Batteries fully charged. Launch ready for AEW Spark in 3, 2, 1. All Elite Wrestling discussion is live. Cue host Noah Foster.
Hello, everybody. Before we start, I would like to have a moment of silence for the few people who died in a submarine accident. Apparently, it crashed into a boat.
Repeat that last bit.
I said, I said we need a moment of silence for those who died in a submarine accident.
And apparently they did what?
Apparently, they crashed into a goldfish. So,
Okay.
I would like to have a moment of silence and
Okay.
hold that normal human impulse to laugh quite a bit when somebody dies, especially to a goldfish by a submarine.
Well, specifically, what are we talking about? A goldfish, like legit goldfish? Or are we talking like the fucking fish cracker?
A goldfish, the legit fish.
Legit fish. Okay. You get sometimes you gotta just be very, very specific with these people. You know, you can never be too sure.
Yes, they died by trying to explore the under to sea to find Sebastian the crab.
And Sebastian the crab.
Yes, and they end up crashing into a goldfish.
Nice.
Apparently, that goldfish was Nemo.
Oh no, that's a clownfish. Ah, you fucked it! You fucked it! Okay.
It's just what killed me is just the legit silence right after.
Yeah. No, that was done on purpose. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. What a great start to AEW Spark, as we are on the road to not only All In weekend, but All Out weekend is essentially what we be doing. That's essentially what we got coming up. It's a lot of shit going on in that week. So yeah, seems like it's and I'll be real. And I don't know if you noticed this, which by the way, for those who are wondering where your normal hosts are, they are actually on assignment, I guess you could say. No, not really. Noah is busy recovering his voice because he was at Detroit Live for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So he got no voice. And Owen is packing for New Hampshire. So you're stuck with us, yahoos. There you go.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you're stuck with us. Which is fine. I will say though, I was going to be watching this week anyway because of the Dynamite 200 stuff, mainly due to the MJF Adam Cole stuff, which I think is and maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the most interesting build that they've ever done for a champion on television, and I don't even know how long. Because how long was MJF heel, right?
Forever.
And yeah, what you say? For real. Like, and now he's gonna be babyface. Like, this could be the most interesting run in years, you know. And then you couple that with the fact that it's building to All In, and everything seems to be shaping up very, very nicely. Oh, trust me, we'll get to it. Stuff seems to be very much aligning. I thought that all shows delivered. I don't know about you, but I thought Dynamite was good. Collision was awesome. Fuck, even Rampage had a banger show. I didn't think there was like one low point in this week, which is good for a change.
So, I did not watch Collision because two reasons.
What?
No, okay. So here's what happened, right? So the same day was what was it called? the predicting SummerSlam, so I didn't get a chance
Ah,
to
you
watch it.
shitting me. Okay.
And wait, no, wait.
Are you,
Collision was
no,
Saturday.
Collision was Saturday, so you watched Collision. You watched Collision, right? I think
I
you
was
watched
watching
Collision,
it.
but not Rampage.
Well, I saw the main event of Rampage because that was the only match
That you were
that,
interested in?
yeah.
That's
So
fair.
like,
Okay.
so while we're doing this, I am putting Collision on in the background. Well, I'm muting it so I can hear you, so I can actually see what's well. I was gonna find like a highlights video just to run it down
I would.
easily.
The highlights don't do this episode of Collision justice.
I
I would
know,
watch it all the way through.
yeah, but
Honestly,
hey,
we could run down. This is what we'll do. We'll run
all
down
right,
Dynamite. We'll run down Rampage. What I will do, because I was gonna have like a little intermission break for FTW trailer anyway.
yeah,
We'll go to that, and then I'll pause it, and then we'll just go from there. That way you're not fucking feeling like you need to rush, and then you can just take the time to watch it, and then we can just come back here and then do our thing.
I mean, from what I'm seeing, the tag match is just normal.
It's a pretty good match. It's a pretty good
Yeah,
match.
they got fucking-
Best use. I think it's the best use of Brian Cage and Big Bill, both of
yeah,
them collectively that I've seen in a long
yeah,
time.
because
Put it that
Brian
way.
Cage just did a fuck. He just jumped over the ropes, and just gravity hit both fucking Dax and Cash, bro.
Yeah, no, fair.
But like,
Yeah,
this is the only match I know that fucking Big Bill does look good in, which is fucking insane.
yeah, and Big Bill has looked good before, so
Yeah,
that's what we'll do. So you do
uh,
your thing, you keep watching it.
yeah,
You could comment on the Dynamite stuff as you're watching it, but then we'll pause, and then you can finish up whatever you have left at Collision. That's how we'll do it.
uh,
But yeah,
uh, but yeah,
I think this week delivered. I think every show delivered, and I'm
yeah.
not usually the biggest fan of Rampage, especially how it's been booked. So
Rampage just fucking remember WWE superstars.
yeah, yeah, true that. Yeah. Except I think it's better than Superstars because it actually furthered some shit.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
equate it more to Sunday Night Heat from the Attitude Era, which is exactly. I always say this method: just book everything like you booked the Attitude Era. It worked. It worked then. It's working now, and it fucking shows here. So just
Yeah.
take note. I call this the Will Washington effect, by the way.
Who?
The guy that's doing the continuity fucking write ups or whatever. Whoever they hired to make sure everything was like streamlined through continuity or whatever. That guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, let's go into this AEW 200 Dynamite to kick it off.
200 episodes of Dynamite. That's
Yeah, 200
what a
episodes, right?
milestone.
It's fucking crazy. All these sources, by the way, come from AEW by themselves. That's the one good news about not doing Dark anymore, is you don't have to go to like some random ass site with pop up ads to fucking review this shit.
I miss Dark. God damn it.
Do we? I don't know about that.
Mhm.
Tonight's historic 200th episode of AEW Dynamite was broadcasted from the Yuengling Center in Tampa, Florida. Excalibur, Tony Schiavone, and the Human Suplex Machine Taz with one Z. With one Z. We're the broadcast team for tonight's event, and it's Wednesday. You know what that means.
No, we don't.
They always say this every time. Goddamn.
I mean,
No shit, guys.
I get why.
Yeah, because Brody.
Oh, yeah.
But goddamn.
I miss him.
Every single article? Come on now. Anyway. Here we got the first matchup. The opening is Chris Jericho and Konosuke Takeshita versus Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara. I mean, I think I don't know. I feel like Noah probably brings this up all the time, but the biggest difference between WWE in the last 30 years and AEW since they've been around for the first 4 is their absolute push of young talent here.
Which is fucking incredible.
Yeah,
It's never heard of.
Right, exactly. And it's like, you got Chris Jericho, who's the biggest star and the veteran, but he's teaming with a young guy in Konosuke Takeshita, who made waves this year, and then you have Daniel Garcia and Sammy Guevara, who he helped bring up in 2 different groups. So, that alone, I just kind of want to point out there. Muscle tough to AEW there. Match starts off with Jericho hitting a shoulder block on Sammy, and Sammy springing right back up to his feet. They trade shots, and then Sammy connected with the corkscrew drop kick, vintage Sammy there, and Jericho got right back up to his feet. Little chess match action there between those two. Garcia tagged in and wrenched on Jericho's arm, yanking him down to the mat. Garcia taunted Jericho by dancing in front of him, the woo, as you call it. And in fact, you want to do it for the people? You want to do the woo? You gotta do the woo.
Yeah, man.
It's been mentioned, so.
Let me just sing. No,
there you go. There you go. There you go.
What up, bro? It's crazy. This man, this man's from New York. He was getting sturdy like a motherfucker.
Getting sturdy, yeah, damn right. But yeah, so Takeshita grabbed a tag and took down Garcia with the Takeshita line. I love that they just call his clothesline the Takeshita line. But
I mean, this is the same man who literally wrote a whole fucking. Apparently, this actually happened when he was in school. He wrote a whole fucking. He wrote a whole essay about the German suplex.
That's
fucking mind-boggling.
And the fucking forearm shiver. We'll get to that. Jericho nailed Garcia with a vertical suplex and then blew a kiss to the viewers at home. A little taunting to the crowd. Callis grabbed Garcia's boot as Garcia was hitting the ropes. This distraction helped Jericho to continue his onslaught on Garcia. Jericho attempted the lion salt, but Garcia raised his knees for the counter. Sammy and Takeshita both got tagged in. Sammy unleashed a flurry of offense for the hot tag, as Jericho and Takeshita included as Jericho and Takeshita took an elbow suicida and a tornillo. Sammy got a near fall and on Takeshita after a frog splash. Jericho broke up the pin attempt, and Sammy pushed Jericho. The Ocho pushed back until Garcia took exception, jumped in, and grounded and pounded on Jericho. Absolutely just started wailing Jericho, by the way. He was not fucking happy. He was not a happy boy. He was not a happy Red Death Machine. That's all. Sammy's attention was diverted while watching Garcia pummel Jericho. Takeshita took advantage of this and planted Sammy with a blue thunder bomb, which never wins a match. It's just like the Falcon Arrow, he did the deal. Takeshita took... He did the deal!
Nobody kicks out the fucking arrow.
Nobody kicks out of the blue thunder bomb, except everybody. Takeshita locked Sammy with the walls of Takeshita, or in the walls of Takeshita, because it was just the walls of Jericho. It was the lion tamer. Sammy escaped, but Jericho tagged in. Sammy rocked Jericho with the Spanish Fly. Jericho and Sammy both had the same idea, trying for clotheslines, and they collided, knocking one another down. Garcia tagged in, but was intercepted by Jericho and the Codebreaker for a near fall. Don Callis looked concerned. He should be, said Taz. Sammy nailed Takeshita with a thrust kick. Sammy followed up with a shooting star press on Takeshita onto the arena floor. Garcia charged at Jericho in the ring, but Jericho raised the boot. Garcia blocked the Judas effect and rolled up Jericho for a near fall. Garcia applied the Dragon Tamer, which is his Dragon Sleeper variation. While the ref was... Or no, I'm sorry, that's a sharpshooter, right? That's what he calls the Dragon... It's the Red Death sharpshooter that he renamed the Dragon Tamer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is, I'm going to be honest with you, that fucking move looked crazy.
It's so crazy.
It's
wild.
It's a simple sharpshooter, but what he does, he torques that sumbitch back, which is
he arches like it's a figure eight. It's fucking nuts.
It literally made fucking Brian Danielson tap out, which is a freaking achievement in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Jericho raised the boot, but Dragon Tamer. While the ref was distracted, though, Takeshita and Sammy brawling on the outside. Callis grabbed Jericho's bat and cracked Garcia in the head with it. Jericho looking hesitant, but Don Callis screaming, "Pin him!" And so he did. Jericho saw him do it, said Excalibur. The referee didn't, but Jericho did. Oh boy, Chris has got a big decision here, doesn't he, said Shivani. Jericho turned to Callis and said, "What the?" But Jericho covered Garcia and scored the pinfall victory. Not only did Chris Jericho choose to win, he chose the Don Callis family over the Jericho Appreciation Society, said Excalibur. I understand what you're saying, but Chris looked perplexed, like he didn't want to do it, but he had to do it, said Taz. Chris Jericho.
You actually got the fucking transcript of the damn
This is
commentating.
this is what they have on here. Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. Chris Jericho making his choice here on AEW Dynamite 200, said Excalibur, and that's the end of that segment before they go backstage to Tony Khan, which we'll get to. So yeah, that was
the way they was typing that, the way that they put it sounded like a fanfic.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real.
Oh, shit.
Chris Jericho making his decision on AEW 200.
Said Excalibur. I'm like, what the fuck?
And then Daniel Garcia makes up with Jericho with his cock in his mouth.
I'm like, hey, bro.
It's going crazy.
Whoever typed up in the website needs a fucking raise, on God.
Bro, for real. When Jericho says "what the" in the segment, they write it with "what the" hyphen question mark exclamation point.
You don't need that many syllables, bro.
Bro, they going crazy over here, man. That shit going crazy.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
this is every article ever by AEW, by the way. They just recite their own shit like to a T. It's great. So yeah.
But like, okay, so this match, it was, it was good. Like a Takeshita is still a menace to society, because it's crazy seeing how Takeshita first joined AEW, and now it's like this man he's fucking good.
Yes,
like
he's a great no nonsense fucking heel, and it's funny because like he was the Cinnabon loving babyface.
Yes, how like I remember when the Young Bucks were like saying, "Don't our storyline sounds real good?" Takeshita was like, it's all right. Bloodline's better. I'm like, okay. Like,
bro,
like he literally said that on Being the Elite. It was hilarious. But
you're not wrong. I mean, you're not wrong.
So I can kind of see what's going on now. Maybe Jericho actually joins, but due to my history of watching pro wrestling and the way they always tease somebody joining a faction, they really say that, oh, he's gonna join, but then he doesn't. So
it's crazy because it really depends. Cause like, does he turn on to Don Callis and go up against Takeshita? Like, is that the build up they're doing? Is Chris Jericho babyface versus Takeshita? You know what I mean? It could go that way, or they could all join. Could happen. I doubt it though. I think you're right. I think somehow, some way, they're gonna do a swerve. I could see them doing the Jericho thing that they did for the Jericho Appreciation Society, and he turns on the Jericho Appreciation Society. Yeah. Every single one of them. I could see him doing that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind him joining the Don Callis family, because why not? Plus, we had a lot of Jericho factions that came in and did they somehow wreak havoc in a way, and then they just die down. Like, we literally saw that twice.
Dude, the most frustrating thing is that you had two tag teams of both factions, Proud and Powerful and 2.0. Both should have done way more than they did.
Proud and Powerful should have been tag team champions.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I mean, I think part of that is on Santana because his mind is elsewhere, I guess. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that dude, but it is what it is. I mean, hopefully they'll come back. I do want to see Proud and Powerful back on screen. And quite frankly, I mean, not for nothing, but Proud and Powerful versus current FTR right now, that sounds like a money match right now to me. I don't care how many times I've seen it before, but yeah, overall good stuff. I'm curious on where they go with it. It does look like they're gonna really start kicking this thing off at All In, and then probably bleed into All Out. Probably how they're gonna go about that. So we'll see what happens there.
I was like hoping during the whole Don Callis against the Elite thing that we see a match between Takeshita and Omega. I was hoping to see that
Yeah,
so
same.
badly because that would have been a crazy fucking match on pay-per-view.
Yeah, it would have been great. I agree. We'll get it, I'm sure. I mean, keep in mind we got 2 pay-per-views coming up, so somehow it's gonna happen. I'm sure.
Versus fucking Takeshita. I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking bust them.
Dude, if I would not be surprised if they put that shit on All In. I could see them going that route.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I will say, I think Kota needs to get back his body a little bit because it felt weird that he came out the way he did.
Look, okay, so he did had a match at Glee, and some people say he looked it really sick. Like
I don't think he definitely didn't look
pale.
sick. He looked healthy. He looked fine. But
Well,
it is weird how he's not muscular anymore. Because, like, he always had the body of, like, an Adonis, pretty much. And now he's, like, it came out, he looked like, I don't know, Pillsbury Doughboy type.
But like when he was at Glee, which was, like, I think last week or some shit, he looked at pale as fuck. Like he looked sick. Yeah.
Damn.
It's just kind of scary.
Well, that's not good, then.
But, like, I hope Kota comes back to AEW just a team with Omega and go up against maybe, I don't know, just somebody.
Yeah, we'll see.
He doesn't have to be in the singles run, but he could just be there for, his boy, his property, Kenny Omega.
Oh my god, you can't say that.
Not in slavery terms. I'm talking about.
But it don't sound good, bro. It sounds like it.
Look, I used to call when I was dating this one guy. I used to call him my property, my responsibility.
Oh Jesus! Okay,
Yeah.
fair. Well, there you go. Whatever you're into, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, next segment here. AEW president or CEO, whatever you want to call him, general manager. They call him in this fucking article. Ready? This is his official title according to this Dynamite 200 results article.
This should be good.
AEW CEO, president, and general manager Tony Khan was backstage.
What the fuck? This nigga has so many titles for, bro. That doesn't make sense.
Bro, you have.
He's CEO.
They all mean the same thing. Pick one.
He is the CEO, president, general manager.
I was expecting him to go chairman. Like, you should have just added chairman. Why not? Just do that.
I was expecting him to have every single fucking title in the book just in one sentence alone. CEO, chairman, GM, commissioner.
Coming out to fucking a rendition of Vince's theme. No chance at all!
Either that or have fucking Vince Russo's Iron Man.
Oh my god. Iron Man!
He said, I am the Iron Man!
Why does he sound like he's like one... why does he sound like he's one, like, octave away from just being the guy who does the berries and cream commercial? Berries and cream! Berries and cream!
You sound like Paul Bearer.
Yeah, but without the tremble, the voice tremble. Oh, yes!
I'm like... And every time I see Tony, I'm like, get out my face, bro.
Yeah, and I'm just like...
We was going to weeks without seeing this motherfucker. I was hoping for a year. We don't see him.
So yeah, so he basically, you think he gets an announcement because Tony was on his announcement kick, but Tony was just like, Tony's just like, thanks guys, we're celebrating 200 episodes of AEW Dynamite tonight, and we're also celebrating an important milestone in our own way towards the biggest professional wrestling show of all time, AEW All In, August 27th at Wembley Stadium in London. Thank you to all the fans around the world who made it possible, and thank you to the wrestlers and staff. And then he shows a little highlight package from all the all the 200 episodes. I'm
That
like,
is
ooh, that's cool. That's very wholesome. I appreciate.
that is. I am shocked. I am flabbergasted. I am led astray that it was an announcement. I was so happy.
It was actually just a highlight package, and Tony wanted to introduce it.
I was
because
happy as shit that it was an announcement. I was like, don't tell me there's another announcement. But no, it was just something wholesome. I was fucking happy as shit. I was like, finally, something that's not saying I have an important announcement. I will reveal it next week.
What if he said, I hope you guys enjoyed that video package. I will have an announcement next week right after that. What would you
I will lose my shit, bro. I would lose my...
Zero's losing a TV that day.
Bro, if that actually happens, I'm going to destroy the TV, bro. Just throw it out the window.
Yeah, just gone. Absolutely gone.
Put it through the dish drain.
Oh my god. So yeah, after a commercial break, Renee Paquette was backstage to try to get a word with Chris Jericho. Before Jericho could respond, Matt Menard interrupted. I've never heard Matt Menard serious. Oh my god, it's fucking terrifying, for the record. He goes, and he literally says it exactly how I'm about to say it now.
Alright.
Hey, I don't know what's going on, or what the hell's going on around here, but next week, Jericho Appreciation Society mandatory meeting. You're gonna be there. Got it?
I want Matt in The Godfather.
That was like
it would be awesome.
Wild, bro. Yeah, just fucking Godfather.
No. Have him join the Tony D'Angelo family. He'd be awesome.
Oh my god.
It would be awesome.
Honestly, fuck, man. I not that I hate them on Dynamite. I love them on Dynamite. They're on the good side, but like, shit, man. If they stayed in NXT for like a little bit longer, fuck, they would have been great in the D'Angelo family. It's such a natural fit.
It's cool hand during promos.
Yeah, exactly.
Domino and everything.
Yeah, fucking. You want to know what gets Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
Bro.
Oh my god.
You know what? I just thought of a fucking fantasy faction. Tony D'Angelo and his goons, 2.0 and Deuce and Domino.
Yeah, Deuce. Well, before, yeah, I think Domino's still around. You could probably get away with doing Domino. I think Deuce is on the outs with everybody in wrestling, from what I hear.
That's crazy.
There is that. Anyway, Jericho walked off without saying a word to Renee, and that was pretty much the end of that segment. Looking forward to the segment they're going to be doing this week on Dynamite. Only in that I'm curious where they're going to go with it. So we'll see what happens. Tony Schiavone was in the ring to introduce the FTW champion, Jack Perry. Bro, what a fucking entrance, bro. Just, he coming out to classical music like an absolute snob. I love Hollywood Jack Perry already. It's been like, what, like 2 weeks? And he's like one of my favorite acts on the entire show. He's coming out. Yeah, that's the whole point, though. He's totally a bitch, and he's embracing it. He's just coming out there like, I am a snob, and you all are gonna hate me for it.
This man came out to a fucking class. This man came out to Symphony number 5,
bro.
And, man, I'm over here like, he should be an Imperium.
Yeah, coming out like that, yeah, for sure.
Fuck.
Fucking, yeah, man, I miss when Imperium came out to that fucking song, man. It's not that the new one's bad, but really, do we need a fucking, like, creation theme when that song fits so goddamn well?
But I'm gonna say this, though. I love Gunther's theme. That shit goes fucking crazy, but whenever the whole group come out, have the actual
Imperium theme, yeah. Which is just
But
every fucking time anyway, because the entire group always comes out with him.
but like,
So
here's a fucking here's what's it called? A fun fact. All right,
fun fact.
Trick 23. All right,
Yeah.
there's a Imperium. They have their own theme, not
Right.
using Gunther's theme. It's
Really?
a custom theme that the Death Rebel made for like the other people, which is crazy.
So Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel, or whatever the fuck their new names now.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
which is crazy.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, go on about fucking Jack Perry, bitch ass.
Yeah, Jack Perry, he comes out. Jack Perry yanked the microphone out of Shivani's hand. God damn it, man. Why? I mean, it's been happening a lot less frequently where Tony just gets the microphone yanked. So that's good.
Poor
But
Tony, bro.
stop it. Respect your interviewer. I'm sick of this shit. Jack Perry, Jerry, I give you. This is what he says. Jerry, I give you a week to get ready for this, so get out here and take your ass kicking like a man. Jerry Lynn walked out to the ramp with a microphone. Jerry Lynn said, and I quote, "First of all, Jungle, you don't run the show around here, and as much as I'd like to come in the ring and make an example out of you, I won't, because that would be nothing more than child abuse." And I'm like, when did Jerry Lynn come up with the goddamn one-liners? What the fuck? He said, "And second of all, I don't run the show around here, and with all the plates and screws in my neck, there's not a doctor alive that would clear me to return to the ring. But I just so happened to call a good friend of mine who just so happened to wrestle in ECW, who is just so happened to still wrestling today. So what do you say, Jungle Boy?" I don't know why. Well, he should say Jungle Boy, but he always said Jungle. Just kept calling him Jungle. Anyway, that's not important, because motherfucking... Ah! Ah!
I saw
He comes out the fucking walk. The fucking... what version is it? The original, right? Not the Pantera one, right? It's the original.
I think it is the Pantera, but like what they did is that they trimmed it.
Right.
To like a certain part of the song because
because all right, either way, he comes out the fucking walk, bro, and I lose my mind. He comes out to the fucking thing, he gives Jerry Lynn a high five. He's walking. Look at Jack Perry dead in the eyes. Jack Perry rolled out of the ring wanting no part of RVD. As Jerry Lynn and RVD were talking in the ring, Jack Perry tried to get a sneak attack in with a steel chair. He swatted at RVD, but RVD dodged it. RVD went for the Van Daminator with the steel chair in his hand, but Jack Perry ducked it and retreated immediately. Bro.
Let me tell you something about that spot, right? I thought Jungle Boy was about to die.
Yeah, dude.
Because if you ever saw whenever Rob does the little chair, like he ducks, he jumps up and his leg drops you on the chair. That shit looking crazy.
Yeah, dude, for real, yeah.
Jack would have died.
Dude. Can we talk about, like, I haven't seen his chest at all, but, like, the dude jacked to the fucking gills. Dude, Van Dam is on the juice. You cannot fit an ounce more of juice in this man.
This man had 2 matches in Pro Wrestling Noah last year. One of them, he went up against Super Crazy.
Yeah.
Match, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? I can't believe him and Super Crazy are still wrestling, bro.
Yes, it's fucking weird. But I can see Van Dam still wrestle because Van Dam, he's built different. He's still flexible. He still got it in the ring.
Of course he does. Yeah, well, I mean, it helps when you're doing yoga a lot. And it also helps when you have, Katie Forbes to, like, as your training partner. I'm just saying.
Katie Forbes is built different. She built stupid.
She built wonderfully.
Yes, but
she could be built stupid any day of the week, and I'll be like, yes, please.
God damn.
Yes, mommy. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
But like, he came up to walk. I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting his TNA theme.
I was, dude.
Oh, like,
And everybody like that shot
bro,
sucks, and I'm like,
no,
yeah, that's
it
the
sucks.
point. It sucks that
It
it's
sucks.
great.
Yes, like it sucks, but I still love it. Like it's still one of my favorite RVD
My
songs.
my favorite lyric in that entire song isn't what you would think it would be. It's when they get later on, and it's like, when the man gets to the ring, 5-star frog splash.
I will fly high.
Yeah, 5-star frog splash. It's so stupid,
Chairs start straight to your brain.
bro.
You just fall crack.
It's like, bro. It's like Van Dam that day was like listening to what they were doing. Is like,
Yeah.
and then you're looking like, how much bass do you want, or how much bass do you want? And he's like, yes. So they just decided to go, dum 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 dum.
bro. Bro, I felt like during the whole meeting he was high as shit.
Oh, of
He was
course.
like, yeah, that shit goes hard.
Yeah, dude. Dude,
But
it
like-
is the most fucking clusterfucky song of all time, man.
But it's still one of the best.
It's
But,
so
like,
good. It's so
But, like-
stupidly funny.
But speaking of, I'm gonna read his name. So like, I remember watching those Noah matches. He came out to one of a kind.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Noah, that sounds about right.
But like,
They don't give a shit.
RBD now just came out. Everybody lost their shit. I was like,
Bro,
ain't no way the guy's ECW thing.
Bro, they came out to Pantera Walk, bro, and he came out. The fact that Tony Khan is just like, yeah, I got enough money, I could buy out the song. What the fuck, dude? Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, that was great. Probably the segment of the show. Although the rest of the show was pretty damn good. So anything goes match next, which very great timing since they had ECW representation on the show. John Moxley versus Penta El Zero Miedo versus Trent Beretta. The action spilled outside before the match even began, with all three men brawling. Moxley chopped on Trent Beretta's forehead. Penta cracked Mox and Trent in the head with a trash can. By the way, dude, Penta was on murder mode or some shit. He was on Lucha Underground time. Like, he's just like, I'm gonna hit this and I'm gonna kill you with it. Whack, whack. Moxley surprised Penta with a cutter out of the corner. Moxley grabbed barbed wire 2x4 beneath the ring. Mox used the weapon on Trent, raking Trent's face with it. Moxley spiked Trent with a pile driver on the barbed wire 2x4. Trent fired back with a suplex on the Moxley with the 2x4. Alex Abrahantes helped Penta set up two tables on the outside. Penta climbed up the top turnbuckle, but Moxley ambushed Penta. Trent jumped onto the apron, climbed up to meet Moxley, and then superplexed Moxley through the tables to the arena floor. Trent and Penta teamed up to nail Moxley with thrust kicks. Penta crushed Trent with an avalanche destroyer! Mexican destroyer.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy. Excuse me, goddamn. Sorry, very gassy. Don't click off. Moxley rammed Penta shoulder first, or rammed Penta with a shoulder tackle, sending Penta through the table. Moxley spilled a bag of thumbtacks onto the mat. Moxley planted Penta with a God-style pot driver onto the tacks for a near fall. Moxley then crushed Trent, with a cutter onto the thumbtacks. The fans chanted "Fight Forever." Haha, you can get that video game right now, available. All three men traded forearms and chops in the center of the ring. Moxley connected with the King Kong Lariat onto Trent. Moxley clobbered Penta with the Paradigm Shift. Trent charged at Mox with a knee strike and then pinned Penta. Great finish to this, by the way. That was a great finish. I love that finish to the match. Trent picked up the scraps left behind by Mox, said Taz. After the match, though, Moxley locked in a sleeper choke. Claudio and Wheeler began to make their way down to the ring like a couple of sharks, but they were intercepted by Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. They jumped off the top rope and wiped out the Blackpool Combat Club. Inside the ring, Chuck Taylor fast bailed a steel chair at Claudio. Orange Cassidy decked Moxley with the orange punch. Chuck Taylor says, "It looks like this didn't accomplish a thing. So how about Friday night on Rampage we go back to Daly's place in Jacksonville. Meet us in the parking lot. So we get a parking lot brawl coming up on Rampage. That's wild. Okay, cool. So here we go. And then we got Renee Paquette pretty much soon after. I'll just get this segment out of the way now, and then we'll get to the next thing after that. RVD says after Renee is like, what brings you to AEW? And RVD says, Renee, I heard Jack running his mouth. I mean, doesn't he know people are listening? Dude, guess what? Next week, I want to challenge you for the FTW Championship. And after I beat him and become the new FTW Champion, here's what I'm thinking. I've done this with so many championships in the past, I'll inflate the value and just retire it. But it depends how much fun I have next week wrestling Jungle Jerk. All you have to worry about, Jack, is next week, one-on-one, it's you and this guy, Rob Van Dam. Yay, he's Van Dam that cuts...
Motherfucker still throwing out his mind.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be? And he's thinking about inflating the value of the championship and retirement. Like, as a typical pothead right there. It's perfect. Perfect. I love that he's 420 Van Dam where he's able to cut promos. And that he's not just whatever and cool.
He said, wait, inflate. Hold on, let me make sure I know the definition.
Inflate the value means the value goes up on a yeah. That's
I was about to say.
Yeah.
I thought what he meant that I'm going to decrease the volume of the bill by just saying
yeah. I'm gonna inflate the volume of the show.
I was going to lose my fucking mind if that's what he meant. I was like, ain't no fucking way.
Hey yo,
dickhead.
I got some weed. Do you want me to inflate the value?
I'm like, all right, bro.
Anyway, what'd you think of the build up to the parking lot fight on Rampage with this little 3-way hardcore match?
This match was, in my opinion, when I saw this match, I was like, why the fuck are they having a no DQ match in general, bro? What the like a triple threat is already no DQ. Just call it but this match was pretty fucking chaotic, which I don't have a problem with, but this was a random ass match.
I enjoyed it. Yeah. It is random if you don't tune into the Ring of Honor stuff, but yeah. I watched the Death Before Dishonor show, so I know why this match was being built up the way it was being built up, because it's going across Ring of Honor and AEW, because it started, the feud between these three factions started at Death Before Dishonor, and ended with the parking lot brawl lately, and then I guess they're going to end it with it was supposed to be whoever won this was supposed to be going up against Death Triangle, and then Pac got injured. Very, very sad. Very sad. Very upset.
Oh, why Pac keep getting injured, bro?
Well, that match that he had with Claudio for the world title, and then the that blood and guts, probably has a lot to do with it, to be fair.
Claudio is just crazy, but like, this match was good.
Yeah.
Fucking wild.
I enjoyed it.
But here's what makes it crazy, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
After this match, on Friday, they had another. I'm surprised they're still walking.
Like, fucking Claudio's the workhorse, because how many hardcore matches has he been in now, right? In the span of, like, 2 weeks? Well, I mean, just matches in general, right? He's probably been on Ring of Honor TV also. So this motherfucker has been probably wrestling, like, at least 2 times a week. And 2 of those were hardcore matches.
That's crazy.
Fucking wild.
And, like, dude. This isn't no WWE hardcore match.
Yeah.
So, because, in the WWE, the hardcore matches are candlesticks, chairs, tables, trash cans.
Yeah. No, this was just everything. They didn't give a shit. They were using everything.
They was going fucking ballistic. This shit was insane.
Loved it. Loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was nice variety on the show. Then, speaking of segments, by the way, I stand corrected because that was the best segment of the show. And then Max came out. AEW World Champion MJF comes to the ring. The crowd chanting MJF, MJF, MJF. I am so glad they have this whole thing entirely transcripted for us to read, by the way. Oh my god. So, I'm not going to be able to read this and do it justice. You all have to legitimately watch this for yourself. This shit was a revolutionary fucking promo. Like, it's that way anytime Max is on here, but this was like a changing of the guard. Like, they completely fucking rerouted the AEW ecosystem with this promo. Like, because now he's a babyface pretty much, and I hope it stays that way now. We'll get to why in a minute. So MJF goes and says, sounds like we got a couple of devil worshippers in the house tonight.
Hail Satan.
Dude, they were going crazy for when he came out. Like, I never seen, even during the Cody run, I never seen people go fucking wild like this from Max. I'm a little emotional, so if you guys don't mind, I just want to have a real heart-to-heart conversation with everyone here tonight and everyone at home.
Why the fuck Max talk like that? Like, oh, go.
Yeah, he's just like, I talk very loud. It's my ADHD.
Bro, I'm just like, are you deaf? He can't even hear himself, bro. Jesus Christ, bro.
So this is what he says here.
Mm-hmm.
As some of you may recall, I have attention deficit disorder.
Sure.
Crowd chants ADD following. Because of course. With that disorder comes a litany of other disorders linked to it, and one that I struggle with is called rejection-sensitive disorder. By the way, it's actually dysmorphia. Rejection-sensitive dysmorphia. I thought he was bullshitting. That's where I was like, is he turning face? Looked it up. It's a real thing. He's turning face. He says, essentially, my brain is structured differently to not regulate rejection-based emotions or behaviors very well, making life sometimes really difficult. To be honest, life would have been pretty difficult with me without RSD. There's a lot in my past you guys don't know. I've been bullied, I've been cheated on, lied to, I've been battered, I've been beaten up, and quite frankly, I blacked out a lot of it. But there was one thing that I still remember to this day, and that's the day those kids walked up to me with their hands full of quarters and threw them at me and said, pick it up, Jew boy, pick it up. To this day, I can still hear the laughter, and I remember saying to myself that day, I had to stab everyone in the back before they had an opportunity to stab me. But I'm beginning to realize that's no way to live. Because Tampa, while I was protecting myself, I ended up becoming one of them. I ended up becoming a scumbag myself. It's true. And to be honest, guys, being a scumbag is easy. Making you people hate me is easy. What's hard is being vulnerable and being opened. That's hard. That's hard. And I knew with my disorder that if I opened myself up and I was Max and you people booed me, it would kill me. But you know what? I'm not scared anymore. I'm not scared anymore, and that's because of each and every one of you. You people taught me you do care about Max. You people taught me, by God, you got sympathy for the devil. I'm not going to change overnight. I'm still a scumbag. Don't get me wrong. But I am ready to be your scumbag. Crowd then chants, he's a scumbag. He's a scumbag. But there's one person in particular, you taught me to think like this. A person who taught me that I could actually trust. A person who taught me that I can be vulnerable. And yes, even MJF, the devil, deserves a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to give a warm round of applause for someone I believe is one of the best wrestlers in the world, one of the best humans in the world, my best friend, Adam Cole, baby. Adam, come on out here. Adam Cole walks to the ring. The fans chanted for Adam Cole. And Adam Cole says, Max, you continue to impress me every day, man. But seriously, it's not because you're at such a young age and you're already one of the best professional wrestlers in the world, but it's because of the man you're becoming. Because I do appreciate you coming out here and sharing your story, but I want you to know you're not alone. Max, for years I was a jerk because I thought that's what I had to do to succeed. And I was scared. Max, you're becoming the man you are meant to be. These people love you and adore you. They know deep down in your heart that there is a good guy in there. So, Max, I want to make sure you know this. Not only am I incredibly proud, but we are all incredibly proud of you. And Max said, I appreciate that as much as I appreciate you giving me verbal fellatio. That's not why I called you out here, bud. I made you a promise that after our match with FTR, win, lose, or draw, however it may be, I give you a shot at the Triple B, the AEW World Championship. And I gotta tell you, I've been thinking long and hard, and I've come to the conclusion, you don't deserve a match. Crowd boos. Adam's perplexed, and he said, that is, you don't deserve just any match. You deserve the match. In front of the most historic crowd in the history of our sport. In the most historic night in our sport. The main event. MJF and Adam Cole. Wembley. All in. Crowd absolutely loses it by this point that he announces that. He says, there is no one I would want to make history with more than you. So please sign this contract. Adam Cole signs the contract, and Adam says, Max, I love you, man. MJF says, I love you too, dude. Cole and MJF hugged, and MJF is like talking, jaw-jacking with them, and he said, I'm still going to win. And then Adam Cole is like, yeah, we'll see about that. And then they both do their better than you, baby, taunt on the corners. MJF, the main event is official, says Excalibur, all in London, Sunday, August 27th, the AEW World Championship on the line. MJF versus Adam Cole, one-on-one, said Excalibur. Backstage, Roderick Strong is beside himself, throwing an absolute fit, destroying monitors, angry by what he just seen. And Matt Taven and Mike Bennett approached Strong and said, that's Cole, always forgetting about his real friends. And I was like, ooh, okay, that's a different twist. I didn't think they were going to go back to the Kingdom days with this shit. Okay. So, yeah, goddamn, what an S-tier segment this was. This was home run. Home run. Like, goddamn.
This whole segment, I was literally waiting for him to
Same
on him.
Same.
Because we had a history of this. But this segment actually reminds me of it reminds me of a few other segments by Max. One, when he somewhat turned face.
Yeah.
When he was during his feud with Punk, when he was like explaining his villain origins, about him being, picked on because he's a Jew and the other shit.
Yeah.
When Tim Punk came out and was like, "Is this real?" and Max walked away.
And he said, "Yeah, it's true." That's the thing. Not a lot of people catch that, but when Punk's asked him that day, "Is this real? Is this true?" And then Max just looked at him dejected, and he's like, "Yeah, it's true." And then he just walked away. Like that was the first sign of that.
Yeah.
And then I assume you're going to talk about the shoot promo he did.
Not just that, no.
Right.
Not the shoot, but the promo with him and Regal.
Yeah. Yeah,
That
that's
one was
fair.
like, yo,
Yeah, it's like, you said I didn't mean anything back then, huh, buddy? Well, now you mean nothing to me. I love that he finally got him. That was cool.
yeah,
I did like that backstory. That was really interesting.
it was a crazy backstory. So like this promo, I love it,
Yeah.
and but I am still keeping my guard up
Yeah, same. Same. I
because
still have my
like,
guard up. I'm not
yeah,
sure. What I will say is this. I want him to be babyface now so bad,
yes,
cuz that would be such an interesting turn and twist to everything. Cuz
yeah,
think about this, right?
uh-huh.
Everything is lining up very good. You have things that have been completely rerouted. The AEW rivers can been completely changed. I kind of want that because you could have gone the safe route and kept MJF heel for as long as he wanted to be. And everybody kept
Yeah.
saying, it's impossible, it's impossible, it's
That was
impossible to turn him
possible.
face. They fucking did it.
Yeah,
and
like, well, they did it once with
yeah,
him and Cody. Yeah,
but even then, like, him and Cody were like, you knew he was gonna turn on him anyway.
yeah,
This is like you knew he wasn't being sincere. Even though everybody booed him when it happened, like, everybody knew he wasn't being sincere. So it's like, you think about it all, and it's just like, okay. Now we're in a situation where I can believe that this guy turns into a good guy. He's still a scumbag, and he's still going to cheat to win, but he's taken on the Ric Flair mantle of he is respected for being dirty. So he doesn't have to change much,
yeah.
right? He just has to be more of a good guy that gets wronged, but that overcomes these struggles now, that is looking to be almost the face of the promotion. Like, he wants to be the face of AEW, where originally he was looking to use the championship as a bargaining tool to get a bigger contract with one of the two major companies. Now we've completely gone against that whole thing, and now we're actually in a situation where Max could have the most interesting title run of all time in years.
You know
Because
what? It
we're
could.
Because,
You
like,
know,
I can't name another title run, especially a world title run, where they were heel for the first half of it, and then they go babyface the next, and become the best at both.
you know what they could do?
Go for it.
They could make him like Eddie Carrera,
Yeah.
just be an absolute dickhead, but he's a face,
Yeah, for real.
cheat and all that shit. Like he could be like that. But from what I gathered, they could either do two things. Well, a few things. One, they could keep Max face and turn Adam heel,
Mm.
or just be like, fuck it, he's still heel.
I
But
don't think they should, though. I think,
I
especially
know
now, I think they're so deep into this. And I think the crowd, actually, what they're saying is true. I think the crowd want to cheer him. I think they want to cheer Max.
they do
Dude,
because like
top
no matter
merch
what.
seller. He's right up there with LA Knight in merch selling wrestling wide. So, like,
Mhm.
I think it's time to keep him as a babyface. And to be honest, if he stays a heel, who do you have left to work with? You
They got
know,
a few.
he's already beaten everybody as a fucking heel. Even during his chase to the championship, what he beat Punk already. He had the only one he hadn't beaten is Wardlow, and we saw how that fucking. At this point, you might as well just invert their roles. At this point,
There's a few people he could still have feuds with for the title.
right,
Eddie Kingston's one of them because I'm still
right,
pushing for that.
but at this point, I think you invert it, and I think you go have Eddie be the heel, and then fucking Max be the babyface.
Man, Eddie, he could be a heel. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
But I don't. The problem is, if Eddie was going to be the one to be a babyface against Max, then you would have had him win. You would have had to have him win the championship. That's the problem. Like, Eddie was the only guy that I realistically saw dethroning him. And other than that, I don't know who else you got. That's the
yeah,
problem.
like
And
there's a few. Oh, go ahead.
Now you're at a situation where you're turning him face entirely. So it's like if Eddie goes and fights him, he ain't winning it. There's no way he's winning it. You know.
But like, there's a few people on the roster he could like
Go
actually
ahead.
defend the title against. Like besides Eddie, if MJF it's gonna be a face, he could go up against Jay White.
Good. Him and Jay White would be a banger too.
I
That'd be a
want them to have
great
a feud
match.
against each other because that should be kind of fun as fuck to
Yeah,
watch.
for real. I would like that. Here's another one for you.
Mhm.
I've been mentioning this now, and it looks like we're gonna go in that direction eventually. Anyway, I mentioned go with another 4-way. In this case, MJF would be the face. You got Punk as another face, but he's kind of like a tweener with a lot of people.
Yeah.
You would have Kenny Omega in that same boat, and then you could fucking have fucking Hangman in there, but you got a 4 babyface type feud, but the crowd is going to be super split because you got the way I see it, it's like you got such a natural story with Max, and the first feud in AEW history was Max and Hangman, right? And then you also have another feud that's, MJF and Punk. That's been a long-standing feud. You got Omega and Hangman. That's been a long-standing feud in AEW. You got the issues between Punk and Omega, Punk and Hangman. The only thing that needs to be left to be built on TV was what? MJF Omega. So why not do Omega versus MJF? You know what I mean? And then you could build to a 4-way on at Full Gear. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, like, cause like there's a few things they can actually do it. Like, but I'm just hoping that they play it right.
Yes,
Because they could easily feel like just fuck this whole shit up.
right.
But one thing I hope is that they play the cards right. Could everything because
Right.
they have it in their hands. I hope they don't fumble the ball.
Seriously, they have a gold mine here. They really do have a gold mine. What you're saying is accurate, man. Like they need to capitalize on this, and I think if they'd have just made it very obvious that MJF was going to turn on Adam,
Yeah.
then they would have already. I think that's the problem. I think we're so neck deep in now, you can't fucking go back. Especially with how they built up the Adam Cole and MJF tag team. There's no way you can go back now. That whole thing brought a lot of people back from not watching for AEW because it was so interesting that they wanted to see what the fuck was going to happen. I'm one of them, because I wasn't watching anything to do with AEW until that happened. So, they got me hooked back up. And in the nick of time, too, because the Elite signed. Looks like they're going to be working with FTR. We'll get to that later. And there's a very good possibility that they're actually going to go with CMFTR versus the Elite. It's a very real possibility. So there's a lot going on right now.
So much shit right now.
Yeah, like that's good for this company. You know what I mean? But I think this was kind of the shot in the arm. Even more so than them pulling the trigger on having Punk work with the Elite. This was the creative shot in the arm I think AEW needed. Was to go and turn MJF complete babyface.
It all started over a fucking bromance.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Then it turned so fucking interesting. And then now, because like you said, they could have pulled it during the tag team thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
No.
They kept it going, which I'm happy because whole time I was just expecting right after the FTR match they're gonna just be like, fuck it, man, I'm gonna turn on you. But no, they didn't.
Yeah, and they even say it like right away. I think in the video game segment, I was gonna turn on you, and then
Yeah,
he's like,
it was just
same.
hilarious.
And I loved the little thing. It's like, wait, are you telling me you've never played multiplayer before? Like, the acting in that was so good. And then MJF's like, well, you need friends for that. So, like,
Yeah.
dude, I watched that entire hour video on YouTube, by the way, because I was like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
they did
'cause
uploaded the whole.
that's
thing.
what got me back in. I'm like, okay, they kind of hooked me after this fucking after the last couple Dynamites. Let me see what the fuck they're cooking up here.
My man says, so what you got in mind? Then he's like, oh, dude, what?
Yeah, dude.
That's just lot. You're like, what the? He looked at mad as shit when he realized he had to play a game.
The fact that they have a double clothesline as a finisher and they got it super over with the crowd as well, and it's
And they
such
got
a
them
hot
the
selling
win.
shirt. And they got him the win, yeah, against Sammy and Daniel Garcia is great.
It's fucking weird. I love wrestling.
I love wrestling, man. It's sometimes the simple shit just works.
Right.
But yeah, man, like this is fucking interesting. They finally are. You know what? That must have been Will Washington's first assignment. What do you like? They must. Tony Khan was probably asked. All right, so Will, I'm just gonna ask you once. What do you want to do? And then Will's like,
I want to do a bromance.
I want to do a
What?
bromance. He's like, what do you mean a bromance? I'm like,
You'll find.
I want to turn your top heel champion into a babyface. And they're probably like, how the fuck do you plan on doing that? It's like, just let it ride. If it fails in the first few weeks, we'll abandon ship. But I'm telling you, this is gonna work. And holy shit, did it. This is what I call the Will Washington effect right now. I think you're seeing a lot of Will Washington influence in AEW right now. I think Punk has a heavy influence on it too. I don't think it's just Will himself, but it's not just, you could tell Tony Khan's finally delegated properly, and it's not just him anymore. You could tell that it's Tony Khan mainly runs Dynamite, but Will Washington and CM Punk. Will Washington works on the main event stories, and then you got CM Punk working on Collision. So it's a very good team now, where it's not just Tony Khan that has to do everything.
Yeah.
So it's good now, and I think that's how they needed to be for a long while. So, you know, we've been after them to finally fucking delegate. Here we are, and they've absolutely done a bang up job here. Anyway, trios match: The Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks with Matt and Nick Jackson versus Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and Satnam Singh. It's announced here they are signed for another 5 years, the entirety of the Elite, including Hangman Page.
That's crazy.
Which, holy shit.
That's a long ass time.
That's a very long time. And the Excalibur said there would be no AEW without the Elite.
In a sense, yeah.
Basically, yeah, you're right. No shit.
Yeah, like the show is called All Elite Wrestling. What the fuck, right?
Well, I mean, if you're CM Punk, it's All X Wrestling, but we'll get to that later.
Wrestling Society X.
Yeah, every time I see that belt,
bring that shit back, bro.
Yeah, it's Wrestling Society X is making a comeback. Let's go.
XPW,
Bring back Jack
baby,
Evans.
Let's go.
Bring back Jack Evans. Let's go.
Bring back Matt Sydal, the fuck.
Yeah, Matt Sydal coming back in the main fold, yeah. So yeah, we got Jarrett grabbing a double headlock, a double headlock. Listen to me.
The fuck?
Yeah, he's got like 4 arms, you know. He's 4 arms from Ben 10. Jarrett grabbed the headlock on Omega. Double J body slammed Kenny Omega and did the Fargo strut. Typical Jarrett. Jay Lethal tagged in, but Omega was ready for him with an arm drag. Matt Jackson tagged in, and he hit Nick with 10. He and Nick hit tandem offense on Lethal. Satnam Singh tagged in, and the Bucks drop kicked him. Satnam connected with a crossbody, fall humanity style, on both of the Bucks. Nick Jackson nailed Jeff with a super kick. Omega tagged in and cleared house on Lethal and Jarrett with Polish hammer, excuse me. I love that they call it the Polish hammer here. I like that. That's cool. Omega went for a moonsault, but Lethal countered by raising his knees. The Bucks invited Lethal and Jarrett to a super kick party. They brought Satnam down to size with super kicks. Kenny followed up with a V-trigger to Satnam. Karen Jarrett jumped on the apron and distracted the referee. Omega hoisted up Satnam for the one-winged angel. Sanjay Dutt ran in the ring and blindsided Omega. Lethal planted Omega with the lethal combination. Brandon Cutler hopped on the apron and sprayed Karen with the cold spray. Sanjay rocked Brandon with the haymaker. Matt and Jeff Hardy ran to the ring and neutralized Sanjay Dutt. As the ref was distracted by the Hardys and Dutt, Jarrett grabbed the guitar. He swung it at Omega, but Omega ducked. Hangman Adam Page came out of nowhere and delivered Jarrett the buckshot lariat. Lethal grabbed the guitar before he could use it, Omega clocked him with a V-trigger. Omega finished off Jay Lethal with a one-winged angel and pinned him. Kenny Omega says, "We got some important news in case you don't have the internet. What's on your mind?" Hangman tell him. Hangman says, "I don't know if you see him, but there's been a big announcement today. The Elite have re-signed with AEW. So tonight, Dynamite 200, we're happy to be here, and we're happy for the next 200. And then Omega says, "And whether it be Dynamite, Ring of Honor, Rampage, heck, even Collision, you're gonna be seeing more of us. But until then, goodbye and good night, bang." The fact that Omega says you might be seeing more of us and even mention Collision. Hey, everybody that got worked, how does it feel? I've been saying it for a while. If they really had a problem with Punk, they wouldn't have fucking re-signed. Well, here we are. So yeah, four men put the Elite. Those four men put the Elite in All Elite, and they'll be around for years to come. Said Excalibur. What did you think of this little tag match here and the announcement of All Elite, or the original four of All Elite Wrestling being around for another 5 years?
I mean, I expected it. The fuck.
Yeah,
because like I don't think they are really about to leave what they created.
Apparently, if you believe in what Chris Dodd said on Aftershock, apparently they planned on it. It wasn't a clear-cut thing, apparently, and that they were gone. I don't fucking buy that, because if they really wanted to leave, they would have just left like Punk did back in WWE. Like, they had no reason to fucking stay, right?
Or
they could have gone on strike, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Or you could just do the fucking, like, the whole Cody thing. Just dip.
Yeah, exactly. Could have.
But
they
didn't. He did it. So, plus, it would be kind of stupid if they did leave, because they created AEW. They literally founded and made it. And it's in the name.
Yeah.
So that's what got me like, they ain't gonna leave. They made this promotion. They're gonna change the.
I do think, I will say, because I watched the Cody documentary, I think what Hunter said about them is probably similar to the fucking phone call that the Elite have. I'm pretty sure they had to have talked to Hunter. I mean, I'm convinced they probably did at least consider making a jump.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be dumb if you're, a businessman in this. You have to be a businessman in this line of work anyway. So I'm sure they kind of entertained the idea. Yeah. I think when Hunter said what he said on that documentary, I think that told you all you needed to know. Seriously.
What did
he said they were a second-rate promotion, essentially, and Cody could have walled. He could have stayed in the minor leagues, or he could have came back and actually win the world championship here where it fucking matters.
That's crazy.
Mike's calling, so I'm just going to put him on the air. Fuck it.
Hey, Big Mike.
Hey, me and Zero are doing Spark. What's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi, I'm doing Spark with Zero. What's up?
Cool, this will just take a second. Are you doing anything Thursday?
I don't believe I am. Why?
Casey and I are gonna meet up, and I want to know if you wanted to join.
Yeah, probably. I'll join.
It's the day not to do work and shit. That's all.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I should be free.
Cool. Casey's gonna pick you up pretty early on Thursday. I'll let you know what time.
Yep.
And we're gonna go get some breakfast, and then we'll plan out the day, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call Owen and make sure, because I know we've been kind of slacking on retros, but I'm just gonna make sure we don't have a retro plan, and if we don't, then yeah, I'm free on Thursday.
Okay, man. I will text you later then.
All right, talk to you, bye. All right. So you want to say hi to the people, because I'm still recording for Spark, so if you want to say hi to Zero, you can.
What the
Subscribe to WIW.
Any comments, Zero?
He just had.
Oh,
he
hung up anyway.
Oh,
He just
wow.
hung up anyway. Like,
That's crazy.
you could say it anyway. What were you gonna say?
Man, just had a spasm attack. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, I think this is good. I think the fact that they teased that they were gonna show up on Collision. We already had Punk tease he was gonna show up on Dynamite. In fact, he already fucking straight up showed up.
I'm a Collision guy. What the fuck I'm doing here? Okay, bro.
Yeah. I'm a Collision guy. What am I doing here? Well, my boys were getting hurt, and I don't like that shit. Fuck you. So yeah, we'll get to that, by the way, because there was some crazy shit announced for this week coming up, by the way. But yeah, with that said, I think that this segment was really good, only for the fact that you got the announcement official that the Elite re-signed. The match was nothing to write home about. I mean, you kind of already knew the Elite were going to win.
This was a whatever match, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree for sure. But good shit. I thought it was fine. It was a good segment that really teased a lot for the future, and it was a simple segment that they needed. So good stuff. Here's a segment that was anything but simple. Goddamn. The Mogul Embassy played footage of them invading Buddy Wayne's wrestling academy. Nick Wayne,
a whole house invasion, bro. That
Dude.
shit is fucking wild.
dude. Nick Wayne was training in the ring when Swerve opened the door. AR Fox and Swerve Strickland swarmed Nick Wayne. They forced a bloody Nick Wayne to call Darby Allin. Darby picked up and Swerve grabbed the phone and admonished Darby for not calling AR Fox years ago. Swerve said, "We're the ghost of your past and we're here to haunt you. So this is just the beginning, Darby. Mogul Embassy forever." I love this segment. I wish they actually wrote and transcribed a lot of the promo that they had, because some of the stuff that they were saying was so out of pocket and wild. I love it.
Bro. Let me
is-
tell you about this segment, bro. Because I got some shit to say about this.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
did a home invasion and his ass.
Dude,
They whooped his bro.
Bro, not only did they whip his ass, they straight up smashed a mirror over his head and made him bleed out from his head.
No, what they smashed was a photo of him and his father.
Right.
That was. I never seen a like they showed up like, "What's up, bro? How you doing, bro?" Nick Wayne like, "Ah, shit," and they proceed to beat the absolute dog shit out of him. Forced him to call Darby and be like,
Yeah, called it a shithole, right? He's like, "I just wanted to see the Buddy Wayne Wrestling Academy myself, and just as I expected, an absolute shithole." Like, fucking hell, bro.
That is some Black Air Force energy, bro. I love Swerve, but God,
Yeah, that was great.
the way he whooped his down, they fucked him up. Man was leaking endlessly. That was a crazy ass cut.
Yeah, dude. It
But I
was a
wish they
crazy ass
transcribed the
fucking league.
promo. I wish they, transcript the whole promo because
I agree. I agree. I wish they did too. I don't know why they
holy
didn't.
shit,
Like the promo was fucking awesome by these guys. Like
I love them.
they say, "Hey yo, what's up, Nick?" Nah,
What's
it's
up,
AR
brother?
Fox. And fucking Darby is like, "What?"
What?
It's like
What did
I
you do?
love the hostage scenario here, this hostage situation that just developed. And I love that they just threw a fucking skateboard through the goddamn window, by the way. Holy shit. Just absolutely, just to add insult to injury, just break the glass on the window. Why not?
You know what I hope this leads to?
Go for it.
I hope this leads to either a tornado tag match that's like no, that's a, they probably can't do Anarchy in the Arena because it's just 4 people. But what I hope they do is like some sort of maybe a
Depends.
death match.
It depends on where they have it. If they have it on All Out, then it would be Anarchy in the Arena. But if they have it on All In, it would absolutely be Stadium Stampede, probably. It
But
would just be a live edition of that.
I just want them to do like a Lucha Underground esque like death match.
Yeah.
Just go fucking crazy, like
Yeah.
because you don't just do home invasion and just whip somebody, bust a
Yeah, and then
picture,
don't get a receipt for it.
yes,
Yeah.
and not get a receipt. That I just thought of this.
Go for it.
Maybe do a tornado tag match, but in place. Just go all over the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
like
see
they could
that.
do so many with that whole thing because this has to end in blood.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially after what they fucking pulled off. Yeah, absolutely.
This has,
They
but
they gotta fucking they gotta absolutely wallop his ass.
but
But
like
yeah,
but like AR but like AR Fox and Swerve, they are they might
they
be a
dead
good
man walking. They dead man walking right now.
they're a good team too.
They're a great team. Yeah, this is a great fit for AR Fox as to team up with Swerve and the Mogul Embassy. Um, Mogul Embassy is quickly becoming a pretty dominant fucking group. By the way.
Which I always wanted.
Yeah, like you got obviously the original three and Brian Cage, Toa, and what's the other guy's name? I always forget.
The other fat guy,
Yeah,
I don't know.
the Samoan guys, the Samoan SWAT team 2.0, whatever the names are. You got Big Bill joining up with Brian Cage, and now you have this shit with AR Fox and Swerve. It's like, okay, it's a pretty good little group. Good little group you got going on here. It's way better than fucking Parker Boudreaux and whatever the fuck the
Oh,
guy.
that shit was terrible.
Bro, what the hell was the other guy
Trench.
named? Trench?
Yes.
Bro looked like
Home homeboy looked like Tom
yeah,
McDonald.
I
Bro.
was about to say, looked like Tom McDonald, like at
That,
fucking wildin'.
ugly ass rapper. Fuck him.
Bro, I thought it was at first. I'm like, is that Tom
I thought so
McDonald?
too. Like, what the fuck you
Like,
doing here, bro?
what
Get
are you
out.
fucking doing? Are you gonna rap about some fucking like? Are you about to rap some like cringe shit or some shit?
Hey, but fake woke, fake woke, facts. That's some. I was like, this shit sucks, bro.
Yeah, it ain't
This
great.
whole,
It ain't
but
great.
but I'm glad the Bongo Embassy is, or not lies or some bullshit. I'm glad they finally found their rhythm.
Yeah, I agree. I
I
think
just
they
want
do for sure.
c- c- if this doesn't, I want the Mongol Embassy to do the open house match with the House of Black at least one time. I think that match.
Well, here's the problem. It might not last another week after this week. That's the problem. We'll get there. But
All
I
right,
think the House of Black's time might be coming to an end here.
all right.
But we'll get there. So, speaking of tag teams, though, we got Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship match. I do like that they included this on Dynamite 200. Everybody's like, "What is the Ring of Honor match on Dynamite?" I'm like, "Cause AEW was breaking the." What did Dynamite fucking do? They broke open the Forbidden Door. So why wouldn't you have a another promotion's title match on your
Oi,
show,
oi,
even though
oi,
Tony owns
oi.
it.
Plus, we had a AAA World Title match on Dynamite like every
Yeah,
now and then.
yeah, exactly. So why not?
Oh, yeah.
I love that it was El Hijo del Vikingo and Commander. By the way, that was cool. Um, so we had a little New Japan versus AAA match here on Dynamite. I like the celebration of wrestling right here. That's what
Mhm.
I call it. Um, Vikingo took down Fletcher with a tornado. Davis tagged in, and Commander walked off the shoulders of Vikingo and came down with a Hurricane Rana on Davis. Davis boosted Commander booted Commander in the head. Aussie Open double team Commander with their tandem offense. They're just running through Commander right now, said Shivani. Vikingo was tagged in and sent Davis to the floor with a drop kick. By the way, what a great drop kick he fucking landed. Like a brutal fucking looking drop kick. Vikingo nailed Fletcher with a diving leg drop. Vikingo and Commander attempted stereotope suicidas, but Aussie Open caught him and ran them into one another's spine first. Love that they fucking counted that into the collider. That was dope. Commander and El Hijo del Vikingo walked over the ropes and hit a double moonsaults to the arena floor on Aussie Open. They followed up with stereo 450 splashes on Davis, but Fletcher broke up the pin attempt. Aussie Open rallied back and squashed Commander with double clotheslines, and then finished them off with the Coriolis for the victory. Good little match here. I enjoyed this Ring of Honor World Tag Team match.
I think I missed Piss Man. I don't remember.
Let me get because I know you're
I probably
not
blacked out.
necessarily the biggest fan of Ring of Honor. That's probably why, correct?
No, it's not that. It's
Okay.
just the fact that I think I blacked out a bit.
You probably just like
It was like a blur because I don't know what the fuck. Wait, this was Wednesday. What was I doing? Shit, I don't remember. Like I think I
yes.
seen this match and I didn't really like pay close attention to it,
That's fair.
or like I just blurred out for some reason. But it's always nice to actually see Aussie Open because I remember when Mark Davis got hurt. I was kind of sad, bro. Like I was
That's
sad that
fair.
he got hurt.
I'm just glad he's back, and I'm glad they won another set of tag team gold. Dude,
Right.
this year alone, they won the New Japan Strong Tag titles, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag titles, and now the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles.
They were like FTR, just
Bro, they're the
keep
belt
dripping
collector.
gold.
They're the current belt collectors. I hope one day we do see FTR versus Aussie Open. Oh my
They
god.
had a match. They did
Yeah,
like have a match.
and Aussie
But
Open
like
I think beat him. Yeah, but
but on American soil, I would love to see
yeah, for sure. I
like
think it would be great. Yeah.
maybe like nah, they already have their hands filled in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out as time goes on, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's right now we got a lot going on with FTR. We'll get to, but
Mhm.
yeah, I'm enjoying what they're doing here. So now we got the main event of AEW Dynamite 200, the AEW Women's World Championship. Tony Storm, the
But
champion.
what a shocker this match was.
Yeah, by the way, yes. Tony Storm, the champion, with the Outcast versus Hikaru Shida.
Hey, on the outside.
Yeah. So Storm and Sheeta traded forearms in the center of the ring. Storm rolled outside to collect herself. Sheeta grounded and pounded on Tony Storm. That's a very weird phrasing. You had to write it like that. Really, AEW?
Grounded and pound, bro.
Grounded and pounded. Oh my.
That is that's a crazy fucking sentence. You just-
Grounded and pounded Tony Storm. That's a phrase, huh? Sheena battered Storm. Oh, I'm sure she did. Until Storm grabbed the ropes. Sheeta nailed Storm with a running knee. Sheeta whipped Storm into the barricade. Hikaru Shida suplexed Storm out of the turnbuckle. Storm gouged the eyes of Sheeta. Storm crashed into Sheeta with the hip attack. They call it Sweet Cheeks music, apparently. The Outcast.
Alright, bro.
That's what they call it.
Alright.
Don't shoot the messenger. That's what they call it.
I know, but goddamn.
The Outcast double-teamed Shida on the outside of the ring. Shida intercepted the hip attack and German suplex Toni Storm. Shida dazed Storm with 2 running knee strikes. Shida followed up with missile drop kicks for a near fall on Storm. Shida walloped Storm with a Meteora for a 2 count. Shida hoisted up onto Storm with from the top turnbuckle. Ruby Soho yanked Shida down. Toni Storm DDT'd Shida. Storm crushed Shida into the corner with the hip attack. Sweet Cheeks music. Storm followed up with the DDT, but Shida kicked out with a 2 count. Excalibur had breaking news and announced next week for Dynamite it will be Jack Perry against Rob Van Dam in an FTW rules match. Shida connected with a knee strike. Shida planted Storm with a Falcon Arrow for a near fall. Saraya slipped a kendo stick into the ring. Shida and Storm fought over the kendo stick. Storm dropped to her knees and urged Shida to use it, knowing Shida would get disqualified if she did. Instead, Shida turned around and hit Ruby Soho with it instead. Shida also hit Saraya with it next. Shida threw the kendo stick down as ref Paul Turner grabbed the kendo stick and turned around and removed it from the ring. Toni Storm sprayed Shida in the eyes with the spray paint. Storm spiked Shida with the Storm Zero, but Shida kicked out at 2. Shida cradled Storm and pinned her for the Women's World Championship win. What the fuck? Holy shit. Did not see this coming at all.
That came out of fucking nowhere. I was not expecting Shida to actually win.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm here for it, and I'm very happy. Because you know what? You can't have Jamie Hayter. She ain't going to be cleared by All In time.
Yeah.
And you kind of lost your hometown advantage there. So I think the next match to build up, it's easy, man. Shida versus Saraya for the world title. Obviously, you're going to have the roles reversed, and Shida's going to be uber heel. But I think it's really cool that they're going to give her the championship run that she deserves in front of the biggest audience that she's ever competed as champion against, or as champion with. So it's like, considering she was the pandemic champion, and now she's going to be competing with the title in front of the largest crowd ever, that's a really cool thing that Toni did. And so, yeah.
This was out of fucking left field. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, man. That was good.
Oh, also, Collision is done. Let's go.
Awesome. Okay, so we could just go right into it. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
But this, I'm happy for Shida. Finally, she gets to become a champion in front of people, which is awesome to know about.
Yeah.
But I wonder what they're gonna do next. If it is, Saraya, I really don't mind. But I just wanted, but I'm kind of scared because they might put the title on Saraya, which might cause Shida reign to be, really short because All In is coming in like 2 to 3 weeks.
I could see Saraya winning the title here. Yeah, but then again, they've done that before, and they've done it rarely where the hometown person doesn't win. I could absolutely see them going that route with it too. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy that Shida's gonna get to compete in front of a crowd that size. Like, that's huge.
I'm just happy she gets to become champion in front of a fucking crowd.
Yeah, but like the fact, not only is she competing though in front of a crowd that's period, but the fact that she's going to be competing as the champion in front of the biggest crowd AEW's ever had is like, good call.
Just outrageous to even think about.
Yeah, that's great. Like,
but the match was,
it was good,
solid, but
it was pretty good. Overall, I'd say when it comes to Dynamite, this was the best episode of Dynamite I've seen since they started. Honestly, I think they had a banger of a show. I rate this S. I think it's an S rank show. It was fucking flawless. Like, what? There was no nitpick I had with the show. Everything was good. There wasn't a bad segment on this entire thing. Seriously. So I'd rate this S.
I'll rate this a walk out of 10.
Yeah,
Like,
agreed.
there's no other way to say it.
Yeah, man. You had the fucking surprise of RBD on this show. You had
For some fucking reason he's on the show.
yeah, right. You had the Elite announced that they re-signed 5 years. You had a great tag match between an Aussie Open versus El Hijo del Vikingo and Commander. You had a great hardcore match. You had a great women's title match with a title change at the end of it. You had the MJF segment, which was fucking dope. Absolutely awesome. You had a great opener with the Jericho Appreciation Society stuff. All in all, great show.
Yeah.
This is good. So with that being said, what we're going to do is, because I need to get a drink anyway, we're going to take a small commercial break before we get into the Rampage and Collision portion of this broadcast. But before we do that, here's what you can expect to see on FTW Productions.
It's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my soul. It's out of my hands, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hands. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Scan the QR codes to see what's upcoming for FTW Productions and what's available on demand right now. Owen the Talkinator Studios series premiere of Owen and AJ Talks. Welcome to the FTW family, Zero Miller. Shared experiences re-airing on the new FTW main hub. All Retro Wrestling Review Series videos on demand and upcoming. The Wrestling Rundown and ATW View crossover available now on demand. Fantasy Booking Series video, If Goldberg Stayed in WWE in 2004. Pride CAW Supercard by Zero Entertainment, available now on demand. All of A Simple Man's Brand Simply Predicting panels. Simple Bracketology season premiere covering the G1 Climax 33, AEW Spark, WWE Aftershock, every show week by week. Indie Force episode 27, available now on demand. Jeff Meacham Network, all watch-along events. AEW Double or Nothing Go Home Week, Dynamite and Rampage watch parties. A Simple Take, WWE Simple Takes featuring Cassidy 18 Studios. Super Mario Bros. Z voice acting. Episode 3 coming soon. La Strada 1954 Watch-Along, available on demand. WYW Intro and Immortal Stream. Wrestling with Idiocy Episode 8, Fast Food and Restaurants discussion. Plugs have concluded. On to the video.
And that is what you can see for FTW Productions. So there you go. If you're interested in all that as well, you can check out Jay Hebert Studios. The only thing I don't have in that graphic is Jay Hebert's Side of Things. Episode 5 came out. Man, that show's all over the place. So if you want to just see James Beatism, go ahead and watch it. There you go.
Well, damn.
Yeah, that's basically it. There you go. That was all over the place. Okay, so here we go. This is AEW Rampage for this week. Tonight's episode of AEW Rampage was broadcasted from the Yuling Center in Tampa, Florida. Broadcast team this week was Excalibur, Chris Jericho, and Taz! With one Z. It's always with one Z. So, it's Friday night, and you know what that means, says Excalibur. No shit, Excalibur! We get it! We get it. Okay, so trios match, we got Limitless, Keith Lee, and the Hardy Boys. Limitless, Keith Lee is no longer an old dude. Yay! Doesn't look like he's got gray in his fucking beard. What the hell was that gimmick, by the way? Like, I want to have white hair.
He want to be wise. He's a
wise man.
I mean, he does talk like he's, like he's from the 1970s and shit.
What you're saying is he talks like Fraser Crane?
Indubitably.
He does. I love it, though. I love Limitless Keith Lee for that shit.
I love that motherfucker. So
motherfucker needs to... everybody says he needs to be more... He shouldn't be like that. I'm like, that's what makes him stand out, you fucks.
Yes,
He is very articulate. Let him be articulate, you cunts. Why do you have to, like, why do people, like, anybody, by the way, that says that, oh, he needs to be big, angry, big black guy, you're fucking racist. No. You are so fucking racist, it's not even funny. Fuck off.
He doesn't have to be a big black, mean black guy. Nah, just have him be like, Keith Lee's a nerd. He's a geek.
Keith Lee
I love him.
Can be an angry, big, angry black guy who's also intelligent, okay?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Like, this man, like, Keith Lee, he's a fucking nerd. He loves video games and anime, bro.
He's a Star Wars boy.
Yes.
He's a Star Wars boy. There's a reason why him and Dustin Rhodes teamed up. Is because they like Star Wars.
Yes.
The Sith and the Jedi teamed up. I wanted them called the fucking Great Jedi, god damn it. Why they weren't,
the Council.
Mad. The Council. Yes. The Council. Yes.
That would be the great. That's a great ass fucking team name.
Yeah, they need that. No, you know what? Find another Star Wars nerd and just team the three of them up. Call them the Council. That should be a trio. Fuck it.
Speaking of that, I want to propose Serpentico to become a world champion.
I want Spanish Announce Project back on my television screen. God damn it!
You want to take the SATs now?
I want SAP back on my television right now. I want SAP back on. Viva! How dare you take them away from me? Anyway, we had Limitless Keith Lee and the Hardys taking on Matt and Jeff with Brother Zay and Ethan Page in their corner. With they take on Kip Sabian, the Butcher and the Blade, with Penelope Ford in their corner. So we got this. Kip Sabian shook hands with Jeff Hardy and they kicked him in the midsection. Typical Sabian, typical heel. Sabian mocked Jeff Hardy, dancing like him. Jeff came back with a Russian leg sweep. Matt Hardy tagged in, and Jeff vaulted off Matt's back and splashed Kip in the corner. A little poetry in motion into a Stinger splash. Matt Hardy dropped an elbow on Kip. He did the... Okay. I have to... I don't care. I know. there have been plenty of people that have fucking ranted about this, but I'm gonna rant about it here. The elbow's not impressive. Please, Matt, stop doing it. It's so shit. Like, hey, who do? It sucks, bro. It's so god awful, bro. Please stop doing it.
Good. It's the greatest elbow of all time, bro.
Dude,
it's better than the fucking hidden blade.
Get out my you're canceled. Get out of my chat. You're kicked off the show.
Telling you, bro, it's better than the blade.
Nah. Anyway, fuck that. It sucked. It's awful. It's so bad. Anyway, he dropped the shitty ass elbow on Kip. He tried for the twist of fate, but Kip rammed him into the turnbuckles and then tagged in on the blade. Matt rocked Blade with a side effect for a near fall. Butcher tagged in on Matt Hardy, but Hardy dodged him. Hardy pounced on Butcher's head into the turnbuckles and then tagged in Jeff. Jeff used his speed because he can't deal with the power of the Butcher, said Taz. Butcher rocked Jeff with a half Nelson Uno backbreaker, which, by the way, damn near looked like it killed Jeff Hardy with this. Jeff rallied back with a jawbreaker and then tagged in Keith Lee. Keith Lee cleared house with all three members of the opposition. Keith Lee power slammed Kip. First off, they're missing a whole section of this match. How dare you? Fucking, they're doing the PWG running into the corner spot, and then at some point, Sabian jumps on Keith's back, but Keith is still doing the splashes, and then he still does Beals, and then just Beals Kip off of him after he's done with the Beals. While Kip's on his back. That was so fucking nuts. Like, he's taking him out 3-on-1. Then he hits the power slam on Kip. Went for the pin, but Butcher broke it up. Matt Hardy hits a twist of fate on Blade and Butcher. Keith Lee swatted Sabian out of the air and then choke slammed him. Jeff Hardy smashed Kip with the Swanton. Absolutely did he smash him with this, by the way. He gave no fucks with this Swanton, by the way. And then pinned him. They won the match. Then it went into a commercial break following that, I believe. And then the Young Bucks ended up being backstage. So I'm including all the Hardy stuff into one segment here, only because the story wasn't the match, but it was after the match that was very interesting. That actually bleeds into Collision. Nick Jackson says, we rolling, Brandon? And Brandon says, we are rolling. And he says, we've been focusing on trios. Kenny Omega's been focusing on the singles. But you know what? I think it's time we get back into the tag team division. Matt Jackson says, hey, Matt and Jeff, I see you standing there awkwardly staring at us. Thanks for having our backs on Wednesday. Great match tonight on Rampage. Matt Hardy says, so I heard you guys are re-entering the tag team division, so why not dive right into the deep end and face the GOATs, Matt and Jeff Hardy? Matt Jackson says, holy crap, that would be awesome to wrestle the second best brother tag team in all of AEW. How about we see you on Wednesday? Matt Hardy says, we'll see you on Dynamite. Jeff Hardy says, cut the camera, Brandon. He mad. He big mad for that. But yeah, that was the way that fucking Young Bucks re-entered. Just they segmented it on Rampage, and then FTR heard the news, and that is why what happens on Collision happens. I think the match was good between Kip Sabian's crew and Matt, Jeff, and Keith. I don't think the result was in doubt. And if you think it was, you alright? Do we need to talk? So yeah, there was that. It was a good show. It was a good little match. I think the segment, though, was the bigger story. So what did you think of that from what you heard?
Alright, so they are going back to because it was for them to trios.
Yeah, by the way, your microphone keeps cutting in and out, buddy.
Oh boy. Okay.
You know what? Make sure let's try something. See if your fucking cord is the problem. Like, make sure it's like plugged into the computer.
Yeah, it is plugged in.
Okay, there we go. As you were saying, go ahead.
Alright, so for them to come back and attack a division, I'm not mad about that.
No,
I'm pretty happy because what is there else for them to do in the trios division? It was trios champions twice,
Yes.
technically.
Yes, they were.
So what's next? Nothing.
Nothing.
So
No. I
so have
agree.
them come back and attack. So have them come back and attack a division. Have them work with like the newer tag teams, and just put on bangers after bangers and shit. They might end up winning the tag titles eventually, which I really don't care for, and I don't mind because who doesn't? Because when people win titles multiple times, it's probably earned. But yeah,
Right.
but they might go up against Matt and Jeff, which was one of the most dreamed matches back then.
Yeah.
But now it's
Now they're
I
gonna
just hope
have.
they don't.
I think this is their second encounter, by the way. Is the Young Bucks versus the
I,
Hardys.
they had an encounter back in
It was all out
um
2022. This is before Jeff ended up doing his stupid
nah
shit.
nah they had an encounter back in Ring of Honor
No, yeah. Okay, so
during the whole
yeah, Young Bucks won that
broken.
one. Young Bucks won that one, and then when they showed up in AEW, Hardy Boys won that one. So this is actually the rubber match that they're having on Dynamite, which I assume the Young Bucks are going to win here.
Probably, but like, cause like I remember, um, the Hardys during the whole, when they left TNA,
Yeah, and they were going on their expedition of gold. Yes.
which was fucking awesome,
Yeah.
and like they had a match against the Young Bucks, and I think that was the last match they ever had before they go back to the Fed. I
Yeah,
believe
literally
so.
literally the night before Mania that weekend they came back.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, they
Gee,
fought the Young Bucks then. Young Bucks came out the winners. They won the Ring of Honor World Tag Titles there. It was, I think, the first Supercard of Honor event. And then when they came back to AEW, it was the Hardys versus the Young Bucks, and that would have been an all out. That would have been Double or Nothing 2022, where the Hardys won that one, even though fucking Hardy was concussed. Jesus Christ.
That shit's crazy.
So yeah, this will be the rubber match. This is finally the rubber match. Only in fucking AEW can you have two matches on pay-per-view that span over fucking years and then have the fucking blow-off match be on free TV. Like, holy shit. But you know what? I'm cool with it because you know the Young Bucks are gonna get the dub. So
They're gonna
yeah,
win, but still, it's gonna be a fun time.
it'll be a good time. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
From there, we actually have a little bit of story for the Jericho Appreciation Society stuff. Oh, and by the way, they announced it on the show that this Wednesday on Dynamite, Hardy's take on the Young Bucks. We have Anna Jay with Matt Menard and Angelo Parker taking on Sky Blue. So a couple things I want to note. Jericho was very upset that, Daddy Magic and Matt Menard weren't acknowledging him, and Anna Jay he was still upset with also that whole thing. Second thing, boy, are the crowd into Sky Blue. The crowd popped when her music hit. I think... listen, I'm just saying, I know there's a lot of fucking creeps online that are taking shots. Fuck you, by the way, that's kind of fucking weird. But... I will say they are a fan of that because there's no other reason why Sky Blue on a Rampage gets a big reaction like that isn't edited in. And I mean the crowd popped for Sky when she came out. Like, popped big time for her. So yeah. Although she is a good wrestler, so that is that.
She's good. I should let Sky Blue.
Yeah, Sky Blue is
Sky
actually
Blue.
a really good wrestler. And Anna Jay, for what it's worth, actually improved a lot as well. So yeah, we have Sky Blue, she used a side headlock. Sky tested out the jaw of Anna with back elbow or with elbow strikes. Sky followed up with a thrust kick. Anna Jay fought back with the dangerous J kick, which is the spinning heel kick she does. Sky Blue connected with the diving crossbody on Anna Jay. She rocked Anna with a running knee strike. Blue cradled Anna for a near fall. Anna Jay cracked Sky with a mule kick and then a flatliner for a 2 count on Sky Blue. Anna Jay got rocked with a thrust kick. Angela Parker and Matt Menard tried to jump on the apron to distract Sky Blue. Angela Parker wanted a kiss, but Sky Blue refused and just slapped him across the face. But that was enough of a distraction for Anna Jay to jump up on Blue from behind with the Queen Slayer. And Anna Jay locked it in and forced Sky Blue to tap out. And this set up the next match, which is Hikaru Shida versus Anna Jay next week on Dynamite. So this was actually...
title?
Yeah, so I guess this was a number one contenders match deal, so she's getting a shot at the title. Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, that was pretty much it there. Good match. Decent little match there. So, good stuff.
Yeah.
Then we had Tony Schiavone and Paul White. They were at Daly's place. This is when they announced Pac was injured. But the Lucha Brothers still challenged whoever won this parking lot brawl. So whoever won this was going to take on the Lucha Brothers next week on Dynamite. From there, we have the Mogul Embassy, Swerve Strickland and AR Fox with Prince Nana. By the way, so when Swerve has his entrance music go on, fucking Prince Nana goes,
Yeah.
holy shit.
I swerve when I drive. I
Swerve when I drive. When I swerve when I drive. Yeah, that's fucking love
Coffee
it.
in me, you lost your mind.
Yeah, good song. Good
I
song.
actually like that song.
Yeah.
It's dope as shit.
But I just love the visual of Prince Nana just going.
He was jamming, bro.
He was jamming. He going crazy. He getting sturdy.
He was jamming. Leave him alone. He was.
It's still the way you did it, man. It was crazy. I'm not even gonna bother rating the rest of this. This was a fucking squash. That's all it was. Swerve and AR Fox won by a landslide.
Lol.
They took out Logan Cruz and
Who?
Logan Cruz and Tyshawn Perez.
Yo, who the fuck? Where the fuck they be getting these goons?
I mean, hey, listen, enhancement talent sometimes, you know.
Found him in a corner store. Fuck.
Baby. Anyway, now it's time for the main event. Parking lot fight. Blackpool Combat Club. Ring of Honor World Champion Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley. Or, hold on. Moxley! Alright, there we
Just
go.
dies halfway through the show's game.
Versus the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. Moxley jammed Trent with a fork in the forehead. That's the first thing they write here. Every match, every hardcore match, it's just... God damn it. Trent was busted wide open from this. Claudio suplexed Chuck Taylor onto the hood of the car. Trent jumped off the car with a crossbody press onto Moxley. Trent used the fork on Moxley's forehead. Claudio ripped off a spoiler. He rips off a spoiler from the back of a car and cracked Trent over the back of the head with it.
That shit's unreal. This man just literally ripped that sumbitch out. That shit was crazy.
He ripped it off a fucking sports car, bro. The best friend slammed the hood of the car on Claudio's head. The BCC turned the tables and slammed the car hood onto Trent, and they powerbombed Chuck out of the hood, smashing it onto his partner. Claudio swung Trent with the big swing, and then whipped him right into a trash can, which Moxley just brought out just to have him swinging into him. Chuck whacked Claudio and Mox over the head with a street sign. Moxley headbutted Chuck with a superplex onto the safety rail. Trent crushed Claudio with a senton onto a... Dude, this spot was fucking wild. Trent crushes Claudio with a senton on a bike rack. For the record, the bike rack was jammed between two car doors. Like, they're not doing this spot justice. It was jammed between two car doors, and he fucking sentons, full-on leaps for the senton, by the way, and just crushes all of his weight on fucking Claudio. Damn near breaks the fucking car doors. I don't know how they even stayed on the car.
Let me tell you something, right? This whole match was just this match was a fluster cluck, bro. That shit was.
It was great.
Like,
it was great.
Jesus Christ. The spots was just unfucking like god damn, bro.
I enjoyed every minute of it though. It was so fun.
Yeah.
It was great. So yeah, from there, Moxley spiked Chuck with a paradigm shift onto the roof of the car. Holy fuck, he damn near killed him with this. But then Trent hit the Dude Buster on Claudio on another car roof.
What a fucking spot, bro.
Moxley jumped up, though, after he saw that and hit a rear naked choke on Trent to make him tap out, but he wouldn't. Moxley and Trent traded strikes on the hood of the car. Mox smashed Trent through the windshield of a car with the Death Rider. Holy fuck, he was cut open huge way for this. This is always such a risky spot, and you could tell that this was like... You could tell this glass was real glass because of the way the fuck it cut up. It just absolutely cut up and sliced open Trent. Like, I'm shocked he didn't die from this. Moxley and Trent traded strikes on the hood of the car. I'm sorry, I already read that, I think. Chuck Taylor then... Okay. What a nasty fuck Chuck Taylor is. Goes and siphons gas through a hose and drinks gasoline to then spit it on a 2x4 to then try to light it on fire.
And the fire wouldn't really light up like.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder why.
Yeah, exactly. Ready to maul Moxley with this 2x4 that he somewhat lit on fire, but then Wheeler Yuta jumped out of the back of a parked vehicle and started attacking him. He stood in the way and he said, hit me with it, Chuck, and Chuck hesitated because he didn't want to attack him.
My man said, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, and then because of that, Moxley took advantage. Wheeler Yuta and Yuta then just started wailing on Chuck Taylor with Moxley's help. And they grabbed the 2x4 out of his hands. Moxley swung it onto Chuck Taylor's abdomen, just cutting up his midsection. Wheeler went onto Chuck Taylor's forehead with a screwdriver and just started stabbing him. It looked like he was stabbing him in the eye for a second. From that point, Trent's mom, Sue, pulled up with her minivan. We all remember the minivan, and Orange Cassidy was riding the roof of it, coming to the rescue. Cassidy jumped off the minivan and hit Mox and Claudio with a crossbody press. Orange Cassidy wrapped a steel chain around his fist and approached Wheeler Yuta, but Claudio shot-blocked Orange Cassidy. The BBC swarmed Orange Cassidy and began to pummel him with strikes. Wheeler Yuta DDT'd Orange Cassidy onto the hood of Sue's minivan. Moxley curb stomped Trent's head onto a minivan windshield. We'll get to that part, because here's the thing. It wasn't even the end of that. So before the windshield even happened, after Orange Cassidy was put onto the roof, I think it was what did they say? It was specifically Wheeler Yuta DDT'd Orange onto Sue's minivan. They scared Sue off like the fucking dastardly heels they are. And then they just start wrecking Sue's van, Proud and Powerful style. They just start breaking all the windows. They fucking just break tail lights. They're fucking smashing this shit up, right?
They destroyed that fucking poor van, bro.
They had the advantage from the off. Keep in mind, Chuck Taylor's eye just got stabbed out with a fucking screwdriver. Now Orange Cassidy's leg is completely fucked. He just got DDT'd into the fucking minivan, so he's out. That leaves Trent in a 3-on-1 beatdown here with the Blackpool Combat Club. He's trying to fight back. It ain't happening. They all swarm him, and then they curb stomp him first on a door. Then they bring him to the fucking windshield and curb stomp him again onto the windshield. That was the 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna be real, right? That curb stomp fucked me up. I'm like, God,
Yeah, dude.
that joint was brutal.
Mm-hmm. It was fucking
I
wild.
never seen a spot that fucking crazy in my life.
It was
That
so
shit.
good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. They brutalized these fucking three.
They fucked it up.
Yeah, dude. Like they did not give a fuck here. They had intent to hurt, and hurt they did. Really good shit here. I thought this parking lot brawl was a lot of fun. They challenged them, keep in mind, to this parking lot brawl.
And they got fucked up for it.
They
That's
got
crazy.
fucked up for it, man. That was a raw move. Sue got scared out of her boots. Her car's fucked up, and everybody else got fucked up in the process.
Ripped the fucking joint off.
Yeah, I think he ripped the door off, right? He ripped the door to fucking hit
Man,
that curb stomp.
why is
For
he
Moxley
so
to hit that.
Why is he so fucking strong, bro? That's just out of pocket, yo.
Bro, they didn't give a fuck. It's crazy. Good shit though. I enjoyed every minute of that.
Great fucking brawl.
Love it. Gotta love that. Gotta love those Brock and Love brawls, man. Good shit by everybody involved.
This needs to be a fucking game stipulation and fight forever.
I agree. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think that'll be real fun to do.
So with that said, now we can move on to the final show of the week, which is AEW Collision. On the show, we have Chris Statler taking on Mercedes Martinez for the TBS Women's Championship. FTR defending the tag team titles against Brian Cage and Big Bill of the Mogul Embassy. We hear from the Acclaimed, and we have Starks versus CM Punk for the Real World Championship. And we have a couple other things and a couple other surprises on the show. So
The revolution is televised.
So here we go. Tonight's AEW Collision was broadcast live from the Bronze Sakura Center Wellness Arena in Greensville, South Carolina. Nigel McGuinness and Ian Riccaboni were the team for tonight's event, along with guest commentator Jim Ross for the main event, who actually had a way better showing here than he did his debut episode, by the way. We'll get to that as we go to it. It's Saturday night, and you know what that means. Saturday night's all right for fighting, because that's their theme song. They got that Elton John gimmick thing. Yeah, that thing. We got the opener. It's the AEW World Tag Team Championship match. FTR's Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood taking on the Embassy's Big Bill and the Machine Brian Cage with Prince Nana in their corner. Excuse me. Well, who better than the Machine, huh? We got Cash Wheeler hugging his mother, who was sitting in the front row. Brian Cage steamrolled Cash with a shoulder tackle. Boy, did he ever. Dax Harwood tagged in and charged at Cage with his own shoulder block. Cage nailed Dax Harwood with a forearm. Cage ran through both members of FTR with a massive running shoulder ram. Big Bill tagged in. He hit a scoop slam on Cash. FTR tried to hit the Shadow Machine on Big Bill, but Dax couldn't lift up Big Bill. Cash was choke slammed by Big Bill onto Dax's back. That was fucking gnarly. Big Bill press slammed Cash over the top rope and threw Crash down onto Dax on the arena floor. Big Bill hammered Cash on the outside of the ring, right in front of Cash's mother. Big Bill blew a kiss at Cash Wheeler's mother, and she had enough of the taunting and slapped Big Bill right in the mush. Love that. Lol. Big lol. But while that was going on, that caused Dax Harwood to get distracted, which caused Brian Cage to lift up Cash Harwood in right when he got up on the apron and hoist him up for the apron superplex. Big Bill hoisted up Cash Wheeler into the torture rack. Cash escaped, but Big Bill decapitated Cash with a clothesline. Holy fuck. I thought he damn near killed him with this clothesline, by the way. Oh my god. Cash made the hot dad to Dax, and Dax cleared house on Big Bill and Brian Cage with a flurry of offense. Dax lifted up Cage on his shoulders, and Cash jumped off the top rope with the Steiner Bulldog, baby. A play on the Steiner's playbook for a near fall on Brian Cage. Cage made it to the list both members of FTR at the same time and hurled them into the mat. Brian Cage jumped over the top rope with a cannonball to FTR outside the ring. Big Bill blasted Cash with a big boot for a near fall. The fans chanted, "This is awesome, this is awesome." FTR connected with the Shatter Machine on Brian Cage and pinned him for the W. God damn it! Why do people call me?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I may actually have to take this. Hold on.
All right.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Lol.
I don't live in Revere, so thanks. It's a fucking scam call. Anyway. So anyway, as we were saying, Cash Wheeler was going to get in a bit of trouble tonight. We were going to get in a little bit of trouble tonight. 10 years ago, we started the legacy. We talked about being the greatest tag team of all time. I think through every promotion we've been through, we were the world champion. To complete the legacy and to be known as the greatest tag team of all time, there's one thing we got to do, one thing left for FTR to do. Dax Harwood then grabs the mic and says, "Young Bucks."
Oh.
The crowd lose their fucking mind when they utter their name, by the way.
Because they know what they're about to get themselves into.
I said we had unfinished business, so how about we finish it at Wembley Stadium? Cash Wheeler says 80,000 strong. Young Bucks, FTR, the rubber match. Who is the greatest tag team of all time? Top guys, out. Fuck yes, let's go. Third match in the series. I was wondering why they were waiting on this so long, and now it all makes sense. FTR, and they knew that this show was going to be happening in the pipeline, and they wanted to save it for the show. That makes all the sense in the world now.
Because they're ready for one of the biggest tests in AEW's fine career. And this is one of the matches that like everybody like fucking wanted to get, because like they never disappoint.
No, their last match on Dynamite was fucking outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
For the Ring of Honor World Tag Titles at that. So it's like they're one apiece here. This has to be said right now as well. So, with the announcement of this match, the following match, and the Adam Cole MJF match, it is official. Wembley fucking Arena sold out. Holy shit! Bro!
Yeah.
This is history, man. We're living in fucking history here. This is fucking crazy. They sold out Wembley, bro. They didn't even have matches announced, and they damn near sold it out. And all they had to announce were 4 matches. Tickets sold out immediately afterwards.
That's hilarious.
It's crazy. Like, this is crazy. So that just goes to show you, like, how they had this in the fucking bag. But, like, now it's like, it's happened. We're here now. They've sold out. So, yeah. That's
like
it.
They knew what they was doing.
Yeah, because they
knew
they knew they were all set. They didn't need to do anything else because most of the tickets were gone. So they're like, okay, let's wait on All In for a bit. It's already there. Let's wait until the final 4 weeks to start building this show up.
Like they always fucking do for some reason.
But you know what? They had the right idea. I think and especially considering the fact they didn't know where everybody was going to stand until the Elite re-signed, this was the smartest fucking play they could have done. Because the Elite had, keep in mind, the Elite had fucked over companies before. The Elite fucked over Ring of Honor when they signed with AEW the first time. And they just sold out G1. And they were expecting the Elite to be there. So, they didn't know. You know, so it was good that they waited as long as they did to start finally fully building it up. Now we know what they're doing. Especially,
I'm curious what the match is going to be announced.
well, I mean, we'll get to the second. I'll give you my theory as we get to the second match that was announced on the show. But real quick, let's talk about the TBS Championship match, which was also a belter here. A good match here. Chris Statlander, the TBS champion, versus Mercedes Martinez. Martinez charged in and clubbed Chris with strikes. Statlander rallied back with a shotgun dropkick. Martinez took down Statlander with a butterfly suplex, and Chris cracked Martinez with a big kick. Statlander was relentless, determined, smashed Mercedes with a running big boot. She jumped at Mercedes with a crossbody press onto the outside, but Mercedes moved out of the way. Holy fuck. She just took all this shit. Like, brutal fucking spot. Chris came back with a snap power slam on Martinez for a near fall. Martinez came back with a spider German. I fucking love that move. I love every time she does it. Martinez rocked Chris with a running knee strike right after that for a 2 count. Statlander planted Martinez with a Fisherman's Buster driver for a near fall. Martinez countered the wheelbarrow, almost scoring an upset pin on Chris. The champ rolled back with a bridge to pin Martinez for the 3 count. Martinez, who was frustrated after the match, started grounding and pounding. Why do they use that phrase here? Just say ground and pounded.
Grounding and pounding.
Just what the fuck
Too
is
many
that?
words.
Anyway.
Too many syllables.
Way too many syllables. And it just makes it sound dirtier than it should, by the way. Just say ground and pounded. Yeah. Diamante sprinted to the ring, looked at Mercedes, looked like she was about to pummel her, but turns around and attacks Chris Statlander. Willow Nightingale ran to the aid of the fallen champion, and Martinez and Diamante retreated out of the ring. I think I know who the third member of this team is going to be. I sense a Thunder Rosa. I'm for it, man. I'm for it.
So what you want? Thunder Rosa. Okay.
Thunder Rosa.
You know what that song reminds me of?
What?
Remember this one show, El Tigre?
Oh my god! Yeah, I do. What the fuck? That just took me back.
No. Lucha Mucha.
Yeah, Mucha Lucha. Yeah, fucking Mucha Lucha. It's a way of life. Yeah, good match though. I really enjoyed this. This was a fucking great women's title match here. What'd you think?
This was was this show on TBS or
no? It was TNT. Yes, I agree. However, I'm okay because the last few times they've been defending it on TBS, if they can cross-pollinate so long as they don't over-fucking do it. That's my thing with it. I mean, they're both Turner networks anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. But either way, it was a good match. It was a good, solid, a TBS match, and I'm curious what they're about to do now.
I am too. Yeah.
But as long as they don't turn Willow heel, I'm fine.
I agree with that. I don't think they're going to turn
Willow.
They ain't turning Willow heel, but continue.
She's a good BBW, bro.
She is. We agree. We agree on this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I think Thunder Rosa is going to be coming back, and I think she's going to be joining up with Mercedes and Diamante. I think they're going to make their own La Scalia 2.0 faction. I think is what's going to happen here, which I'm for. Give it to me. Yes, let's go.
La Scalia.
Yeah, that was the faction Diamante was in originally. So that was the one that had Ivelisse in there, but Ivelisse kind of fucked up her own goddamn career there.
Good fucking shit to do,
Hey, by the way, real quick, I just want to kind of put this out there because I'm not one of those people that goes on the rumor and innuendo. Hey, Lufisto, were the members that you were talking about in your fucking little rant post happen to be Mercedes Martinez and Diamante? Yeah, but they're getting punished, right? They're getting punished, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shut the fuck up. Stop using mental health as a fucking crutch and actually look in the goddamn mirror, you pathetic twat. Alright, cool. Next. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out there
That's
because
crazy.
I didn't know when else I was going to get that out there. Probably never. So, I
Who the fuck
agree.
was the guy you're talking about? Because I never heard a nigga in my life.
No, it's a woman named Lufisto. I think
who's
it's her
she
name. She fucking, like, you remember hearing that there was, like, comments about Britt Baker and all this shit or whatever, that she was dragging a women's
that.
division? Yeah.
Yeah.
Total bullshit. Everybody called her out on that, and then,
That's crazy.
yeah, like, literally the entire locker room, including Britt Baker, in some cases Thunder Rosa, they all fucking just said, you're fucking wrong for this. MJF fucking clapped back.
That's hilarious.
And then there was, like, some asshole saying, you remember Hana Kimura? You remember Daphne? Like, relating it to them. Like, stop fucking... This is disgusting behavior. Stop fucking ganging up on somebody for sharing their truth. No, it's not fucking truth when you're a fucking liar. Period. Like, the only people that would have had a problem with what happened back in 2022 with Thunder Rosa and them having a supposed shoot meeting about talking about burying Thunder Rosa in a promo, all that shit, the only people that would have had a problem with would have been Mercedes Martinez and Diamante, who are close to Thunder Rosa's side. Yeah. Guess who just got a fucking major push on Collision? During SummerSlam weekend. Oh yeah, by the way, they're gonna be on next week's Collision in a fucking tag match. Oh, okay, but what Lufisto says is gospel. Got it. Got it. It's their truth. Gospel. It's their truth. Fuck you with your truth. Fuck off. Like, Jesus Christ.
If it's not really truthful, then what the fuck it is?
Bro, it's like, you know what it reminds me of? You remember when Big Swole fucking shit on Tony Khan because they picked Jade Cargill to be the TBS champion and not her? This is that situation, just different people. That's what this is.
I haven't heard that name in a minute. Holy shit.
Yeah, and she was tweeting, apparently, like, enjoying the fucking shit show that was going on. That goes to show you how fucking great of a person she is, by the way. Hey, you're not doing your husband in WWE any favors with that fucking bullshit, by the way. Just saying there. Yeah, not a fucking fan of people like that, and I'm kind of glad they get put in their place when it comes to shit like this. Sorry, not sorry. And the fact that her fucking, whoever the fucking dickwad was that was a friend of Lufisto's, even used Hana Kimura and Daphne as fucking guilt trip when they were two of the nicest fucking people of ever in the history of pro wrestling. Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself for that bullshit.
You don't use that for anything. That has to just be let alone. Left alone for
absolutely, like, you did that out of spite because you were not signed or hired because you were the fucking problem backstage. And Dustin Rhodes apparently even said as such on Twitter, and it wasn't just because he called you. He didn't call you a French-Canadian asshole until you started acting like a French-Canadian asshole, so I tend to believe Dustin fucking Rhodes' word over fucking yours. Sorry. Anyway, rant there. Hey, you got a Jay Hebert side rant. There you go, on this fucking show. At least you got that. What were you going to say? Go ahead.
I forgot.
Go ahead. No. Try to remember.
Okay, so at least we got some shit going for the TBS championship.
Yeah.
Same with the TNT and the fucking the other titles.
Yeah.
Because at least them titles are getting some sort of work in.
Yeah, so, and they're getting some prestige built to them. Like, we just had two great women's matches on both shows. We had a women's world title match that was great, and now we have a TBS title match that was great. And now the TNT title, which is on the shoulder of Christian Cage, and the monster that's holding it for him. Even though he's the champion, Luchasaurus, by the way, but Christian Cage is holding it like he's the champ. I love that. I love that dynamic. Keep that going, please.
Especially what they did backstage. Funny as shit.
It was fucking great.
Yeah.
I
So what's
love it.
next?
So yeah, good shit. And then we have Tony Schiavone backstage with former Women's World Champion Toni Storm. I love this segment here. You know what's funny? I mentioned this, and then they have this type of segment. I will say I can sense the Petty a mile away with the Lufisto shit, because I swear this was a shot at her, and this is what the segment was. It wouldn't surprise me. But anyway,
What happened?
Tony Storm said, Tony Schiavone said, I'm here with the former world champion, Tony Storm, and then Tony said, former? Yes, okay. I can handle that. I stand here feeling naked as the day I was born. But don't worry, I'm not gonna freak out like you think I'm going to. But let me ask you this. Am I not a star anymore? Am I not? Look at the state of me. Look at me. Do you think this is right for me? No, it's not. I'm the illustrious Tony Storm. This is not right. This interview's over, so now you can shut up. And just kept telling Tony to shut up. I'm like, Jesus Christ, okay.
Bro. When I saw Tony Storm do that whole promo, tell me why I thought that was fucking Lacey Evans because of that hair.
Yeah, true. Yeah, well, not even just that.
Lady.
Why is she dressed up like just...
She looked like a fucking mess.
I love it, though, because it's like, she's upsetty. So it's like, yeah, okay. We're selling the loss.
Yeah.
We're selling the loss. Okay. I'm cool with it. Let's go with it. So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then they went... this transition was ridiculous. Because Nigel then goes, well, from a superstar that may be having some issues with their self-esteem, we go to another superstar that has never had a problem with that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. How do you bury her softly, brother? Oh, my God.
I love Nigel.
Samoa Joe comes out to fight Serpentico.
Yes! This shit was fucking awesome, bro.
Samoa Joe
let me tell you how this
immediately...
match went.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you how this match went.
Just go ahead.
So Joe came out like a badass. The match started. Serpentico thought this was a good idea. He was motivated. He was ready to finally change his life. He charges at fucking Samoa Joe, and Joe just throw him up in the air and let him fall down because of gravity. And then proceeds to choke
the Kikita clutch. Yeah, this is his debut. Fucking Serpentico's debut is on Collision. He gets squashed in less than 10 seconds.
And guess what? This was the quickest match in Collision's history.
It might be the quickest match in Dynamite history, from what I remember. Right?
That shit was fucking awesome,
dude.
Bro.
It was the quickest win of anybody ever. Joe just fucking annihilated him,
bro. He just decimated him, and I believe because I'm trying to remember. That was the same day on Nyla Rose. That was her birthday.
Nice.
And her and Serpentico beefing on Twitter. Which is the funniest shit ever.
Nice.
It was awesome. So basically, that loss was for Nyla Rose. It was a gift.
It was a gift.
That shit was awesome.
I love that. That was cool. Yeah, that's great. So yeah, Joe then goes, my name is Samoa Joe, and in case you don't know, I'm your one true king of television.
On God.
I got a few problems. First being soon,
what's up?
a sold-out Wembley Stadium, we go all in.
All right, yeah,
And your king has no one to dance with.
that's a travesty.
I agree. And that leads me to our second problem. While a certain Real World's champion was traveling around the world saying he was the best in the world, I knew in my heart that there wasn't any day he was better than me a day in his life.
Preach.
But recently I lost that luxury in the Owen Hart Invitational.
It was a crime.
And it's not the fact that I lost it, it's how I lost it. Because me and this so-called Real World's champion have battled for over 3 hours in this ring. Damn it, a roll-up is not good enough for our legacy. So I come here, champ, to ask you to give me what I want. Give me what I want. To ask you to give these people what they want. To ask you to give our legacy what it deserves. You and me, with the eyes of the world upon us, giving the people everything we have.
Word.
But you know this, champ. My courtesy extends only to this week. If you make me wait until next week, you best believe I'll convince your ass, punk. Boom. Drops the mic. He lays out the challenge to the Real World's champion, CM Punk. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. Punk versus Joe at All In Wembley. Oh my god. That's crazy, dude. I mean, shit. So, this is what I'm thinking, right? So they're going to do Punk Joe rematch. This is the card they're having now, from what I'm seeing. So Kenny and Punk are not going to fight. They're going to save that, I think, for a different one-on-one match for a different show, probably. But they're having Joe versus Punk because I believe they want to have Will Ospreay versus Omega 3 for the IWGP US title on the show. So, if what I think is going to happen is this, then that means your potential matches so far are AEW World's Championship match, MJF Adam Cole, Real World's Championship match, Samoa Joe, CM Punk, FTR versus Young Bucks 3 for the AEW World Tag Team titles, and Kenny Omega versus Ospreay 3 for the IWGP US World title.
Talk about a stacked card.
Take my money. Take my money. That's it.
That's gonna be.
That's it.
This is about to be really shit. This is about to be a stacked show, but we know the week after it's just going to be all out.
Yeah.
I
I don't either. Like, it does look like they're gonna because they started building All Out a little bit on the show too, because they
they did.
So it's weird. I think All In, whatever happens at All In, is gonna bleed into All Out. So, and again, we got monkey wrenches all over the place, and specifically on this show. We'll get to it later, but just the fact that this could happen on this show, this is really awesome that they're having this match. The 5th match between Punk and Joe in this huge crowd. Okay. I mean, yeah. So, yeah. Tony Schiavone had a sit-down interview with the Acclaimed earlier in the day.
Oh, yeah. This was kind of sad.
This was really, really well done. Real quick. So, I just kind of want to talk about that. So, he says, Anthony Bowens was holding Daddy Ass's wrestling boots. Bowens said, we spoke with Daddy Ass over the weekend, and we tried to give him his boots back. He wouldn't take them. He's pretty firm in his decision that he's officially retired. Tony Schiavone said, did he say why? Bowen said, he keeps saying that it was his fault we lost the tag team titles, and that Malachi pinned him twice in a row. He feels like he lost a step in his high pressure scenarios, but I disagree. Schiavone says, where's the Acclaim go from here, Max? And Max says, look, I want to respect Billy's decision. If he's done, he's done. But he's given us so much. Bowen says he thinks he failed us. Maybe it's we failed him. Billy, I hope you're watching this because I hope you understand how much you've meant to Max and I. Because we were the two people who were trying to find ourselves on the roster to prove that we were the elite, that we were elite. You were the one person that believed in us, and it was because of you that we got to call ourselves champions. So we're gonna miss you. We're gonna go out there every week with these boots for you, and I just hope you know how much everyone loves you. So one last time, please, if you could throw up those scissors on that couch. Scissor me daddy ass. And this was like he was welling up by this point. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like this was really this is riveting.
That actually made me, like, the whole thing kind of made me sad. I'm like, damn.
It was sad but also intriguing because you don't know if you know how retirements are in wrestling.
Yeah.
So but I like how they made you feel. Like they made you feel bad about the situation, like really bad.
Yeah.
So I'm curious where they go from here. That it's gonna be interesting.
Dad, yes, friends be like, I'm not retired. What the fuck you talking about, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
You dead yet? What?
good, pretty good show. Pretty good show up to this point overall. I mean, the show's been great top to bottom. House of Black, Malachi Black, Buddy Matthews, and Brody King, the trios
these
champions.
poor souls.
Holy fuck, man. Versus Action Andretti, Darius Martin, and Lee Johnson. Hey, Top Flight. I'm just going to call them Top Flight. That's what they are. They're Top Flight.
They are Top Flight. Fuck.
Because even Lee Johnson got hops. The chosen stipulation for this match was by the opposing team was Julia Hart was banned from ringside. This is due to the fact of what happened during the ladder match between Andrade El Idolo and Buddy Matthews. So this is a smart play from the opposing team.
Really smart. Finally, somebody has brains in this damn shit.
Yes, and even Ian Riccaboni said this is a clever play by the challengers.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy rocked Martin with a shoulder block. Martin connected with a thrust kick. Martin jumped with a high cross body, but he bounced right off Brody, who didn't budge. Malachi tagged in and hit a back elbow on Martin. Boy, did he ever. Action tagged in and took down Black with a Hurricane Rana. Black shoved Action into the barricade. Malachi swept out the leg of Action, and he just face planted. Fuck me.
I swear, Malachi's like Muay Thai is crazy.
It's so crazy, dude.
Jesus Christ.
And then Buddy Matthews launches an attack on Andretti, tossing him onto the top rope. Lee Johnson tagged in and moonsaulted him into a double DDT on Buddy and Black. He jumped a second time with double cutters. Big Shotty taking his shot, said Nigel. The House of Black engulfed Lee with the three-headed beast after because he just got fucking immediately, like, he got immediately countered pretty soon after this.
Here's the bell toned bong.
Yeah, it was cannonball, drop kick to the side of the head, another drop kick to the side of the head. He was just out like a fucking light bulb, dude. He moonsaulted onto the outside of Black and Buddy. Martin in Action nailed Brody with a double thrust kicks. Brody wiped out Martin with a discus lariat. And by the way, they missed this whole spot. I just gotta say this real quick.
All right.
They hit a double fucking knee strike. So they do a springboard, or one of them does a springboard, and fucking Buddy and Malachi just hit a fucking double V trigger. And then that's when the discus happens on the other guy. And then they hit, I think, Dante's Inferno for the pin.
I swear to
Fuck.
God, bro.
Like,
these three motherfuckers are... I swear, I love the House of Black.
yeah, dude.
But
Dude,
like, what I do like about this
wild.
match is Brody King doing his little hoo.
Yeah, the
which is
crowd was
basically-
so into it.
which is a
Super
reference to fuck. Hold up. I just had his name in my fucking joint.
Steiner? Or Steiner?
No, it's not Steiner's. It's Bruiser Brody.
Yeah. He's
That
very
whole
Bruiser Brody-esque. Yeah.
yeah, that's a reference to that Brody. It's just fucking awesome.
I love it, man. He loved Brody's. Takes everything from Brody's. Brody Lee, Brody King, all them.
Yeah.
God rest their souls. But yeah, it's just brutal fucking beatdown. Like, and it's not like the other team didn't get offense in, but like they stood no chance.
They
Like,
had no fucking chance
Top
against them,
Flight
bro.
were decimated here. But then, out of nowhere, completely left, Ian Riccaboni reveals breaking news over the headset from Tony Khan. Next week on Collision, it's going to be the House of Black against CMFTR for the AEW World Trios Championship.
Huh?
What the fuck is going on? Okay, so here's the issue, right? There's a couple ways that could go with this. One, they could give CMFTR all the gold here, and I wouldn't complain. Two,
I would.
I would too. Are you kidding me? Like, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity you're never gonna get. But I could also see them going this way, where CMFTR come close to winning against the House of Black,
I don't want.
but then Joe comes out and attacks him because
What
the
I mean by like
time's
I
up.
would is that I will be mad if they just fucking lose the trios towels right there. I'd be mad as well.
Yeah.
Fucking good.
So I don't know, man. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on, man. But like, I don't know, man. I kind of want it because if they get him, there's a good chance that it's going to be CMFTR versus the Elite for those titles at All Out. Because I could see them. This is how I could see it happening. Punk defends the Real World's Championship on All In against Joe. And then on All Out, Chicago, CMFTR versus the Elite for the Trios titles. Because that's the biggest match that you could fucking possibly do for those championships.
In a sense, yeah.
And you could even do a winner-take-all scenario as well for it. I mean, obviously, if you do it that way, CMFTR have to win, because they would have just won everything by that point anyway. But, I mean, it's a thing, man. It could happen. It very well could happen. I'm curious on where the fuck everything's going here, because, like, there's many ways they could go here.
That announcement was left field.
Yeah, dude. The minute they announced that, the whole game changed. So now, from there, we have Tony Khan backstage with Powerhouse Hobbs. QT Marshall. Tony, I'm sorry, Shivani. QT Marshall and Harley Cameron, though, interrupted and told Shivani to leave. By the way, goddamn. God bless.
Shivani is getting worked.
Yeah,
today.
man. Yeah, he got fucking worked all over the place on all
They
the
better
shows.
pay him
All the money for all of his work. Harley Cameron, by the way, God bless her. Oh my god. Anyway, she comes up and along with QT, and QT says, "Powerhouse, I told you I'd make this right, so I have some gifts. First, the finest Cuban links money can buy. Second, it's not material, it's opportunity. Think about it now. Chicago, All Out, the United Center, where Collision started. Powerhouse Hobbs gets the biggest victory of his career. I'm handing you your biggest win on a proverbial silver platter. How does that sound?" Powerhouse Hobbs says, "I don't want your help, and I damn sure don't need your help." Ooh. And then he also said, "Thanks for the Cuban links." Takes
That
him.
man just took this.
Yeah, just fucking took him. Didn't give a shit. I mean, hey, they were gifts, so fair enough.
Bro, my man said, "I don't want your help. I don't need your help. Thanks for go."
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
But I'm gonna say this promo, this shit was so. He said a lot without saying anything at all. He didn't even the biggest match of your life, but not telling me what is the biggest match. He didn't even say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
He said, "Come give you a match." What match?
What the fuck's the match, you cunt? Yeah.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
Like, bro, wait,
You said
like,
so much and
criminal.
yet so little in all of a span of like seconds. What the fuck?
Yes, he ain't saying. He's saying nothing.
QT method. QT.
And even
QTV.
Power Hobbs is like, bro, what?
I don't know, dude. I stopped asking questions a while ago, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, from there, we have Christian Cage backstage with Tony Schiavone. Again, another interview with Tony
My
Schiavone.
God. This one was actually pretty hilarious, though.
It was
because of what he
great,
did to
yeah.
his own child.
Schiavone says, I am here with the so-called TNT champion Christian Cage,
That's
along with the
crazy.
actual champion Luchasaurus, and I believe you have a special guest with you, Christian. And Christian said, yes, that's right, Schiavone. I have my daughter here tonight. People might be wondering why I brought my daughter to Collision. It's very simple, to prove a point.
What?
That as the TNT champion, the face of TNT, I realize I'm a role model for children all over the world, not just my own
Run
child.
that by me one more time, bro.
I realize that I'm a role model for children all over the world, not just my own child. By the way, the way only Christian can get away with his daughter looking like she wants to be anywhere but with her own
don't
dad.
want to be there,
Holy
bro.
fuck! Like, this put it over the top for me. And he goes, what's really annoying to me lately is looking at a guy like Darby Allin who seems to be mentoring an 18-year-old snot-nosed punk kid that has no business being in AEW, let alone stepping foot inside my ring. Christian Cage's daughter looked at her father and asked, Can I hold your belt? And Christian says, did you win this belt? You did not win this belt. Nobody touches this belt except me. Go find your mother. I'm the TNT champion now and forever. Do you understand me? By the way, as he's sending her daughter away, he says, security, kick her out. She's not authorized to be here. And Schiavone says, yo, you're a despicable cunt. You know that?
Bro.
Like, what the fuck?
That whole
He
segment,
kicked his own daughter out of the fucking arena.
that whole segment fucked me up. I'm like, bro.
Like, you want to talk about an asshole? Here's an asshole, Christian Cage.
No.
You know, everybody's like, well, you know, if you turn MJF, who do you gonna have as the top heel? Hey, hello, it's Christian Cage.
Bro.
He fucking, bro. And like Luchasaurus is just standing back there like, yeah,
like, bro,
yeah,
what?
you tell her. What the fuck, bro?
Luchasaurus
She's a
over here
kid.
like,
You just
bro, what?
you kicked your own flesh and blood that you spawned out of the arena.
How you gonna drag her in this whole crowd?
I'm a role model. He started the
role
promo
model.
off, bro, with I'm a role model for children all over the world, not just my own child. What the fuck? Oh my god.
I love that promo. That promo is the greatest fucking shit I've ever seen.
Dude,
This-
I died. That was absurd, bro.
I was like, I'm a role model.
And then fucking
okay.
Nigel goes,
And I think
oh yeah, give him role model of the year. And Rick Amati goes, oh, give me a break. How about give me a break?
oh yeah, daddy. Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? Oh, what a fucking all-timer goddamn backstage segment, man.
Gosh, fucking Christ.
Yeah,
It
so
sounds so unreal.
it's unbelievable, dude. But he actually said that. He actually just kicked his own fucking daughter out of the goddamn building. He asked for security to escort her and that she was not authorized to be there. Like, what the fuck?
What do you mean, bro?
That's your fucking daughter. Oh my god. Anyway, so yeah, we have next up. We have Metalik. For some reason, they just call him Metallic, not Grand Metalik. Versus Bullet Club Gold's.
Metal.
They call him Metallica. Bullet Club Gold switched.
Tell him about.
Oh, I'll tell him. I know what you're talking about. I'll get there. Switchblade Jay White with Juice Robinson and the Guns. The Guns joined the broadcast team for this match. Jay White backed Metallic into the turnbuckles and began to stop a mud hole into him.
Promo with Juice and Toady.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not there, but you could run through it real quick because it wasn't on this format sheet here.
So basically,
but yeah, the one with the So Jay White's like, yeah, Jay White, he's gonna get the W, and then out of nowhere, Jay White cuts the chop knife.
Blade, card blade,
no. This guy's out of his fucking mind. The juice is loose, and I think he needs to go to an asylum, bro.
Then after that, Jay cut this a promo. Then the Guns come in with they was mocking Tony like it's Sting, and just mocking him.
Fucking they have headsets on already because I knew they were going.
Then when they was doing the little gun thing, they was all in Tony's face. And then the Guns had the same thing.
Guns up. Guys, can we please go back to you? Guns up.
And then out of nowhere, cardboard Jay White Guns was up on his face and juice.
They had all 5 of them. It was 5 of them. 5 guns. Jesus.
Bro, it was all on his face, bro. This shit just,
I loved it. It was so goofy. Goofy as hell, bro. I was unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, Guns joined the broadcast team. They're having the match, and at some point, I think they somehow talk about it's like Graham Metalik or what Metallica. What the hell is his name? It's like what's the song called? And then Ian Riccaboni, who's already just had enough of their bullshit, you just go. I believe it's For Whom the Bell Tolls or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's not.
That song's great. And then but the Guns bury Metallica and they go, here you go. Yeah, that shit sucks. Metallica's so 80s. If you want to listen to some real music, you can listen to Mikey Ruckus on Spotify. Fucking promotes Mikey Ruckus, bro. That was wild.
Mikey Ruckus does not have no days. This man be making straight fucking fire for no reason. This man has no days off. This Spotify is crazy.
Mr. No Days Off, Mikey Ruckus, in the booth creating music.
This man, yes, like he literally made Jerry Lee music. He made music for people who appeared once.
Yeah,
like Nick Gage.
Gage, bro.
Trent Seven, like.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, we have so we have all that. Basically, the rundown of this match is Jay White backed Metallic into the turnbuckles and began to stomp a mud hole in them. Jay White planted Metallic with the DDT for a near fall while White drove Metallic into the steel ring post. Jay White nailed Metallic with a backbreaker. Metallic jumped off the ropes with a Hurricane Rana. Metallic tried for a moonsault, but Jay White moved out of the way. White blasted Metallic with a Cobra Clutch suplex, and then finished him off with a Blade Runner, scoring the pin. Wish we had a little bit more of a competitive match, but that's like my only complaint, really. This was a good match. Yeah. Good win.
This was a match. And then after the fucking match, Jay White posed with the cardboard Triple H. With Card Blade.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, we almost forgot about Card Blade! And then fucking war on everyone. And then they all fucking put their guns up. It's great. Love it.
Boy.
They're having a good time. I like them having a good time.
Way too much fun with this shit. I love it.
Anyway. Then we have the main event. It's main event time here on AEW Collision. It's time for the main event. CM Punk, the Real World Champion, defending the title against 2023 Owen Hart Foundation tournament winner, Absolute Ricky Starks. This is where Jim Cornette. Wow, fucking no. Jim Ross returned and joined the commentary team for the main event. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was the special guest outside referee for this match, basically an enforcer. Punk hip toss Starks. Ricky Starks used Steamboat style arm drags on Punk. Stark mocked Punk, mimicking the GTS hand gestures. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Stark pummeled Punk in the corner with closed fist strikes. Starks hit Punk with a clothesline, and both men tumbled over the top rope to the arena floor. Punk and Starks traded open hand strikes. Punk answered with body shots, unloading on the challenger. Starks slapped Punk in the face, playing mind games. Punk mounted Starks on the outside of the ring and grounded and pounded him. What? Grounded and pounded him. Hyphen the shit. Fuck. This is actually pissed me off. That's like the third fucking time now. Ground and pounded. Ground and pounded. Hyphen. Hyphens are your friend.
They're taking straight liberties at this point. They just don't.
Oh my fuck. Grounded and pounded. Oh my god. Grounded and pounded. Fucking Ricky Steamboat pulled Punk off Starks.
Yeah, man, this fanfic going crazy.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Great callback. Stark used the baseball slide right to Punk's face. Punk attempted a sunset flip, but Ricky held onto the ropes. Punk superplexed Starks off the top rope. What a great superplex, by the way. Punk builded momentum. See, now they got me doing it. Punk built momentum, to be fair to them, with a swinging neck breaker on Ricky. Punk hit his signature knee strike in a bulldog combination onto Ricky for a near fall. Punk lowered his kneecap. He charged at Ricky and caught him with the...
I'd like you say he blow his kneecap.
Yeah, he blew his kneecap. He was sucking it. Yeah, you know. Yeah, this fanfic really going crazy now. No, but he pulled his knee pad down, was trying to go for a running knee strike with the exposed knee, but Ricky Starks countered it into a running power bomb, cane bomb, for a near fall. Starks shoved Punk into the steel ring post. Starks went for a spear, but Punk dodged him. Punk blasted Starks with a big kick to the head. Ricky countered with a pile driver and a beautiful overhead Alabama slammer. Starks accidentally collided with the referee, knocking the ref out of the ring. Stark used a double leg takedown. He tried to cover Punk with his feet on the ropes, but Ricky Steamboat said, "No, you don't." He knocked Stark's feet off the ropes. As Starks stared at Steamboat in disbelief, Punk rolled Starks off, and Ricky Steamboat then counted the 3 for the pinfall win. Great fucking match, number one. Before we even get to the aftermath of this whole thing, the crowd was fucking hot for this. Like, holy shit, the crowd were loud all throughout this match. And I mean loud throughout this entire match. They would not sit down. They would not stop chanting for Ricky and Punk. The crowd was divided. Like, I didn't know how I was going to feel with CM Punk being the Cena of AEW, but man, I'm really kind of digging it, man, because I don't think I've heard reactions this loud in a long fucking time. Like, every match is, they don't settle down. Ever. Like, even the Kojima match, there were split chants for Punk and Kojima, but like, here it was... It was fucking huge, bro. Like, they wanted this match, and you could tell. They were fucking psyched. Anyway, what did you think of the match before we get to the afterbirth here?
This was a good match. Like, one thing I do like to see is how fucking crazy Ricky Stark's spears be. His spears be fucking insane. And I kind of expected CM Punk to win because, you know, he just introduced the real world championship and but I was kind of hoping Joe, like, you know, comes out to just be like, hey, you remember what I said?
I'm glad he said he gave him a week, though. He already made the challenge. He knows Joe heard him. He knows Joe heard him, so again, depends on what happens on Collision. He may open up the show and accept Joe's challenge. And then Joe leaves him alone, and then he wins the fucking trios titles on top of everything. But he better do it soon, because if he don't fucking answer that, Joe's gonna cost him that trios title win. I guarantee it.
Joe's gonna whoop his fucking ass.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, there's a lot of ways that could happen with this, but yeah, we'll see what happens, man. I so badly want to see CMFTR with all the gold, please. I want it so bad. Do it. Anyway. So, good match. We both enjoyed. After the match, Stark blindsided Steamboat, knocking him onto CM Punk. Starks jumped on top of Steamboat and began to hammer him with right hands. Stark took Steamboat's
You
belt.
mean grounding and pounding?
Yeah, grounding and pounding. Yeah. Starks pulled off Steamboat's belt and began whipping him with it.
That was just absurd.
Yeah, just fucking...
That was just absurd.
That was absurd
this man
as
just
hell.
Whooped him.
He whooped him like he was a government mule, as JR would say. Punk tried to make the save, but Starks hit Punk with the belt. Punk grabbed the steel chair and jumped into the ring to save Steamboat. Starks may have lost the match, but in doing so, he made a statement, said Nigel. CM Punk chased Starks away, throwing a steel chair right at him. Fucking Starks running for his life at that point. And then that was the end of the show. And that was Collision.
Literally took his belt and proceeds to whip him. What the fuck is going on in Collision, bro? First we had fucking the greatest role model of all time, Christian, and then we had fucking just the sure assaults of freaking toy show. Bro, this show's fucked up.
Yeah, bro, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. But yeah, man, it was cool. It was really nice. I enjoyed the show. I you know what? It wasn't the show of the week though for me. I think Dynamite takes the cake as being the best show of the week. I don't know about you, but I thought that show was flawless. I thought they did great. But this show was damn near flawless. I think the only complaint I had was the fact that Jay White and Metallic should have gone a little bit longer and a bit more competitive. That was like my only complaint though. So I'd still give this an A+.
I give this a fucking
a walk out of 10.
Nah, man. No, but I give this shit a fucking role model out of a 10.
yeah, Christian, the role model for kids everywhere.
The greatest role model I've ever seen.
I just realized we didn't actually rate Rampage, so I'll give that a B+ too. I thought that was a good show overall.
I don't give a fuck about Rampage. Rampage just gets a...
Rampage just gets a what?
That's a what? That's it.
That's a what? Just a what?
It doesn't deserve ever.
Doesn't deserve ever. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? What do you mean? Oh my gosh. Alright. So yeah, I'm trying to look up AEW match. Can we see if we can find a list of matches for Dynamite and Collision this week? Because I want to know what they have, like, exactly. Because I know there was AEW...
Don't they post it on the website?
I thought they did, but I can't find it. I was looking for it.
Let me try something.
All right, so here it is. This is from. Oh goddamn! All right, no. Goddamn! We don't need to. You don't need to fucking tell me. I get it. All right, cool. All right, so this is. All right, so I have everything that's confirmed. Oh my god, I get it. Shut up. They're all posted from Christopher Walken of DAZN News, so this is where we're getting that source from. So, on this week's Dynamite, we have Rob Van Dam taking on Jack Perry in an FTW Rules match. We have the Hardys versus the Young Bucks. Let's see. And we have the Lucha Brothers versus the Blackpool Combat Club. On AEW Collision, The matches announced here are going to be the House of Black versus CMFTR for the AEW Trios titles, Mercedes Martinez and Diamante versus Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander, and the Acclaimed are going to be in action to face a team to be announced. That's what we got coming up this week on Collision and on Dynamite. Nothing for Rampage yet, but I assume they're going to be building that up on Dynamite anyway. They usually kind of build up both shows on they usually build up Collision. They have the full card by Dynamite, and then they kind of announce both cards on Dynamite that night anyway. So we'll probably find out as the night goes on. But yeah, what do you think? Who winning out of the matches that are confirmed so far? Who you got to win?
Jack's gonna win. Blackpool's gonna win. Young Bucks probably gonna win.
Yeah, I agree.
Shida retains.
Oh yeah, Hikaru Shida versus Anna Jay is another confirmed matchup. Yep.
And then for what we got left for Collision, House of Black, the Acclaimed, and maybe Diamante.
Yeah, I mean the acclaimed are definitely winning. I think Mercedes and Diamante are going to win because of Thunder Rosa's help. I think that's when she comes back. That said, though, I'm going to go against you. I agree with everything else except for the trios match. I think CMFTR take it. I'm going to go with CMFTR. I think they're going to get all the gold. Let's see what happens. Again, it depends. It depends on if Punk answers the challenge that week in the first opening, then there's no issue. If he doesn't, then there's going to be a problem between him and Joe. And then he's going to cost him. But I'm still going to go with my gut. I think FTR wins. I think CMFTR are going to take it.
Alright, I respect that.
Yeah. And that is AEW Spark for this week on Wrestling Fortune 44. And now we just have the plugs. So we're going to plug it. There we go. It's now Wrestling Rundown, so we don't have the graphic, but you get the point. Zero! Yeah. Where can they find you? What you got coming up on your channel?
What
you got on your channels?
Alright, so you can find me at Zero Channel dash Zero. Then go to my channels part, and you'll find the rest of the bullshit. But I guess depending on, I think this comes out tomorrow or later.
Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow, literally in the afternoon. Yeah.
Alright, because I finally got all 24 men for the Grizzly tournament.
Yes.
All 24. And let me make sure I get some things right. Alright, so just run it down. We got representing.
Well, hold on, because your microphone is all fucking. It just became a 10 cam. Yeah, all right, you're good.
Oh,
you're good.
All right. So representing a WYW is Michael X. Representing No Extremes Wrestling is Chris Jones. Representing No Extremes Wrestling is Simon Youngblood. Representing Rowan Pro is Big Bushido, which is a big ass man I saw. For PW and all that shit, we got JKL, Eager Edwards, King Ricky Morrow, Archie Murray, Max Cutter, Chase Blade, Donnie Rock. Representing the indie side of things is Geraint Stodham. Representing WYW, James Archangel.
And me.
Then we got the other we got others, Zach Roper, Mar Rivers. Representing Reborn, which is a faction that's now taken over PW. Dennis Stelik, the Tech Switchblade himself. Then we got Zane 2KO, Uncle Willie, representing WYW, Mark Young. Then we got Chris Iris, Du Benkai. I might change. He might be out. I don't know yet, but I don't think.
Continue. You're fine.
Then we got World Championship. Okay. Representing World Championship cause, Freddie, Freddie Armani. I can't pronounce. Then we got Neil, the Banana Tillman, and the final man is Xavier Charter. That is all 20
There we go.
confirmed.
God
So
damn.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
you're getting all the big stars, huh? Shit.
shit, I think so.
There you go.
Yeah, that is. So yeah, that is the people that's going for the Grizzly tournament. And next, I need to get the names for the zero weights. But I will say this: September for PW is going to be a September 2 of Remember show, which is something I thought about for the past fucking years I was living.
There you go.
So yeah, that's what's going on.
You can find that on Zero Entertainment and Color TV, respectfully. You can also check out Meltzer Mondays, which Zero was on twitch.tv/Firelord Kuzon. That's twitch.tv
Yep.
/Firelord Kuzon. That is going to also be the home for a new show when Nikos gets back from Greece called Wu-Tang Wednesdays. So Meltzer Mondays, they watch wrestling matches that Dave Meltzer has rated 5 stars or higher, and plus whatever other bullshit they want to do. And Wu-Tang Wednesdays, they watch all of the Wu-Tang movies, the Wu-Tang Clan's movies. So, what's going on?
I know one thing that the Wu Tang did had their own fighting game, which is fucking
That's
interesting.
fucking crazy, yeah. So yeah, that's what's coming up on that channel as well on Twitch. We're not just on YouTube on FTW, we're on Twitch too. And people everybody does their own thingy. It's cool. That being said, you all can catch me on YouTube at youtube.com/jhebertside95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. On that channel, Zero and I are going to be debuting a new series called Character Select, as well as it will be airing on the Zero Entertainment channel. It is going to be AI simulated tournaments as well. And this is going to be specifically starting with a Smash Brothers mod called Remix. Then it's going to move over to Mugen. And essentially, the first one's Tag Team, which is the one that I'm doing. And the second one's going to be a tournament that Zero will be booking there. So, there you go there. So, yeah, definitely check him out on that one. But, yeah, that's what we got coming up there. Jay Hebert's side of things kind of goes into this in more detail, so you can check out the recent Jay Hebert side of things that just dropped. And the Indie Force podcast that we promoted during the plugs. Indie Force episode 27. Indie Force episode 28 is scheduled to happen before watch parties. One thing that I will announce, and I'm going to be announcing this all over everywhere, AEW All In go-home shows for Dynamite and Collisions are a go. For not only All In, but All Out as well. We're going to be doing those, and we're thinking of doing a Rampage, possibly. I don't know yet.
Rampage, baby.
We're going to see, because the problem is, we're also going to probably do a watch party of All Out that I won't be live for, because I'll be doing the call with Noah on the Jeff Meacham Network side of things, but we all talked about it, and we thinking, like, I don't necessarily need to be on camera to host a watch party. Somebody else can be, and then have the audio recorded on their end, and then I could just edit it and post after the fact. So that honestly might be what we do here. We'll see what happens, but yeah, we're gonna kind of go from there. See how we do when it comes to that. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. I don't want to like overload it with watch parties, so that's why we might leave Rampage out completely. Considering we already have another 2-hour show on Collision that I look more forward to anyway, to be fully honest.
Yeah.
So, that is the tentative plan. Watch parties are a go for Dynamite and Collision for the go-home shows of All In and All Out, which then will lead into the watch-alongs and then the watch parties of All Out and All In. So, yeah, a lot of fucking content. I mean, be prepared. gonna be fun. Gonna be great. Gonna be good wholesome fun. Wrestling, yay! Happy wrestling, as Ian Riccaboni says. By the way, real quick before we end the show, Ian Riccaboni and Nigel have really good chemistry. I want to hear more of them, and I hope that if they do bring in Kevin Kelly, he's kind of the third man with those two, because I think Ian Riccaboni has a lot to offer with this team.
Yeah.
So, just wanted to throw that out there before we end the show. All right, as Owen would say, we'll talk to you all later. And since this is being recorded in the past, we'll talk to you all in the future.
Bye-bye.
Are you going to say your catchphrase? Which is...
Oh, yeah. Fuck off, Buffalo.
Podcast has concluded. Be sure to check out more group discussion as far as AEW content is concerned, and check out more content from For the Win Productions.